before... Yeah, I should just half-ass my job. Like other yahoos. Before we move any further, I got... I just want to show off something else. Because me and Pax sat down and finished up the Dragon Bash last night. Hey, good morning, Luke. I should have it on this character. Oh, right. It's going to be in here, isn't it? Yeah. Where are they? Those they? Nope. Of course, now I don't see them. Giga, you stole them! Yeah, there. We finished the Dragon Bash achievement, which gives you these wings. I'm not going to use them on this character, but they're cool enough that I was like, you know what, sure. And we were already doing the Dragon Bash stuff anyways, because of these right here, which gave a whole bunch of Wizard Vault points, which I really wanted. Anyways, so let's go ahead and drink all this ale, eat all these candies, eat all these cakes, eat all this chocolate, drink all this booze, eat all these cakes, eat all these candies, delete all these fireworks, drink all this booze, and eat all of these buns. Okay. I'm a little drunk, but that's okay. Oh, by the way, this is what the drunk effect looks like in Guild Wars 2. Dude, if it let me eat the fireworks, I would, I swear. So all of the event stuff gives you bags, and those bags absolutely barrage you with all those food tidbits, which none of which I actually want. You know what I do want? Is I'm going to go... Give me just 1 sec. I'm going to go up here to the lowlands really quick. I swear there's a reason for this. It's okay, I'm a Sylvari. I have an extremely high alcohol tolerance. Yeah, spoilers, we go to a place. There are things here. Behold, things. Anyways, so I'm going to hop on my raptor for no reason. And then, hey, look, I've got this thing called a raptor treat. Watch my experience at the bottom there. So it's not a large chunk of experience, but it is some experience, and you can buy these every single day. So, you remember how one of my biggest complaints about Maguma is how there's no real good way to gain levels in it? Well, this isn't like exactly a crap ton of experience. Again, it is some. It is a daily amount of experience you can just gain. I'm on the work law. There we go. And just use. And you'll notice I have to be on the mount. That's the irritant. You have to be on the mount. And you just go and poo. And you gain a chunk of experience. And I've just gained, I'd say about 1/10 of a level. So 10 days of just idly doing this little daily thing, and I will have gained another mastery thing up here in Janthier. In this case, getting me the ability to jump in midair on my Warclaw. Useful stuff, and I wish they had something like this for Maguma. I honestly wish they had something better than this for Maguma. And don't tell me about adventures. Adventures suck. We'll talk about that later, though. Anyways. Adventures are actually fun. I enjoy adventures. But they're not good for leveling, even though everyone says they're the best way for leveling. And those people are liars.
Join us for a dance, yes? Not every day you get to celebrate the harvest.
Okay, I need to run before they make me socialize. Quickly, 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 quickly. Oh, God! Honestly, the closest equivalent for what adventurers are is quests. I'm not actually being facetious. Since we just mentioned it, give me a sec, give me a sec. Let me show you what I mean. Why are they bad for leveling? They give a pittance of experience and only do them once a day. Per account, by the way. We'll do... Is that the right spot? That looks like the right spot. It's gotta be the right spot. It is not per character. Oh, for Christ's sakes, I hate contested waypoints so much. This is a bit closer then. But we'll talk about this zone and why this zone deserves 700,000 negatives when we get there. I'm exaggerating slightly. I'm aware of Blish. I just didn't care for it. I like everything being hotkeyed. The only amounts that aren't hotkeyed are the ones I don't use very often. This way, I think. Yeah, we'll be navigating Maguma with a mount. But unlike WoW, it will not get credit for that. A minimum length for games to be reviewed. No. The next game we're reviewing probably won't even take 1 hour to get through. So this is actually one of my favorite adventures. Begin. Begin. Right. So adventures are only available at certain points in time. This is another reason these suck. I don't know what else to add to that. I literally cannot do this adventure right now. I think it's because it's nighttime. So for the next 42 real-life minutes, I cannot do this quest. I just wanted to show it off. Maguma is very much like Burning Crusade, for those of you familiar with it. It's very experimental. They were really just trying a whole bunch of things. And a whole lot of them didn't stick, is the way I want to phrase that. Now, so since we have successfully saved Lion's Arch, which we've totally done. Yeah, Maguma's a tech demo. That's actually a great way to put it. Let's go ahead and start. By the way, fun fact. You'll notice I've actually done part of Season 2 on this character. It's because during Season 2, I was bouncing around a lot between characters just to try and figure out which class I wanted to push at the time. I ended up landing on my Mesmer, which is why my Mesmer has done so much of this content. But let's go ahead and scooch up to Episode 1. Yeah, thank God the replay is now formally a thing. And we will never have any issues with that again. We could bounce around a different character each quest if we wanted to. I'm sure you're aware of how... I'm aware of how busy you are. However, you've heard theories that Scarlet disturbed one of the dragons. I fear those theories have merit. My eyes and ears in the Brisbane wildlands are reporting mysterious incursions into previously quiet areas. See for yourself. I hope your curiosity will spur you to action. E. Reminder, we never figured out who E is. I may just warp to Giga there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Edmundo Joko. Praise Joko! Alright. Unironically, Joko is one of my favorite characters in Guild Wars 2. Not even joking. Not even joking. I'll explain why when we get there. It's worth noting I liked him. Well, I don't want to say too much. Let's just leave that where it is. We'll get there. So, Season 2. The end of Vanilla.
Tonight, I'll take your watch so you can get some extra sleep.
Listen here, Mother Hen. You can stop fussing. I'm fine. My ribs barely hurt anymore.
You ready? Let's join the others, shall we?
What are Seraph doing all the way out here?
How about we ask? Oh, look, there's the others.
We'll wait here for them, then go in. How's your leg, Bram?
Barely a peep from it. I got through those vines just fine.
You worry about him too much. He's tough.
I never said he wasn't.
You thought it.
What?
Nothing.
I want to talk to that Seraph and find out what's going on around here.
Did anyone else hear that Timey's actress read Bram's line? Anyone else catch that? Like, that's actually not a terribly uncommon problem to happen. But it's the kind of thing that should have been caught by 5 separate people at 10 separate steps in the process. Whoop. So, Jay Palmer, I was typing up Halo and I accidentally typed P instead of O, so it was like, help! Help! Thank you, Jay Palmer, for the sub. Or donation. For help! SPV3. Sky Odyssey and Siphon Filter Darkmare. So, yeah, let's talk about achievements. I'm not going to stress the achievements because I don't care that much. Several people are correct. If I ever really wanted to get Tyria achievements, these are probably the places to do them. So, let's talk about how achievements work. Do you see these 3 icons right here? These buffs track your current progress on an achievement. In other words, as long as you have the buff, you're on track to get the achievement. So, will be removed if you get hit by projectiles from a static field. Will be removed if any of the Seraph repair workers are killed. Utilize electric charge buildup on the Gullimites to overpower their master. Removed once the boss is defeated. So, this is actually pretty nice because, I'm going to be honest, the achievements page is kind of a mess. Like, the search function is nice, but actually just finding something and navigating this, not so much. But, shocking. Ta-da! Use Gollemites against their matter. Story instance, disturbance and brilliance, what it gives, how many points it is, blah, 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 blah. It should also, yep, there it is, indicate this, which gives us a mastery and an ascended ring, if you actually finish all of these. And this is the reason you do these achievements. I'm actually answering Jay Palmer in the middle of this sentence. So we can gain a mastery point for it, and we can gain one of the highest stat gear that's possible, which in this case is Ascended gear. Now that's toughness, vitality, healing, which, you know, is not something I want. But yeah, this is pretty much how you got Ascended gear back in the day. And this is how you fill out a lot of your mastery points when you've gotten all the ones out of the world. I'm not stressing these, but if I ever actually did finally want to go finish out these Tyria masteries, which I've just been sitting on for years at this point, this would be where I'd do it. But hang on, I do want to talk to Tiny. Yeah, nothing. Is it plus worthy? I think for the interface, I could swing a plus there. Because it is nice how that actually is like, hey, here's how you do it, and here's where you get it.
Excuse me, Corporal. Looks like you've got a problem on your hands.
You might say so. We need to get through those vines, but they're impassable.
How about we give you a hand?
That'd be great. We're a small expeditionary squad.
What are you doing so far from the Reach?
We're tracking black market traders that came this way. We suspect they may have a secret ingress past this mess.
Well, let's see if we can help you clear a path.
Your help would be greatly appreciated, ma'am. Delacroix, come over here.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll be damned. Hey, sis.
I thought maybe this was your squad.
You're related?
Yes, sir. What are you doing here, Margie?
We heard a rumor there were strange goings-on in this area. We came to investigate.
As if taking on Scarlet wasn't enough excitement to last a lifetime. Let's talk. We've got some information about what's happening around here.
Inquest! Timey, get in your golem.
Stay close, Jory.
Kaz, that's my line.
What are Inquest doing here?
They're like rats. They show up everywhere there's death.
You guys go left. Kaz and I will go right.
We need to hold them back here. Our outpost can't withstand an all-out attack.
Sorry, I was jotting down positives for the
Delacroix,
achievement
you take
thing.
The eastern path.
I'm on it.
The other Delacroix.
Yes, sir.
By the way, notice we're still voiceless. I'm pretty sure that's going to persist until we hit Heart of Thorns. So I found out something about my own build last night as I was looking at it. You know, every single time I hit that G button, smash something in the face, I buff everybody nearby with Might, I believe. I think. Hang on, I was just looking at this.
There's more of them all the time. Let's get some barricades up.
Apparently, I give everyone nearby quickness, fury, and might. Oh, right. So this is kind of unrelated to what J. Palmer asked, but J. Palmer just reminded me of a question. I've been debating how to break up the bronze numbers for Guild Wars 2. Because usually part of the reason I like doing the bronze numbers is it's nice to compare expansions against each other, right? It's interesting to me to see which expansions line up how and where. WoW, of course, was kind of infamous with the Legion expansion, but it was also worthwhile to showcase just how far Dragonflight and War Within were absolutely crushing everything else like a bug. Same thing over in FF14. I honestly didn't think Endwalker would score as high as it did, since I figured Shadowbringer would be the one to carry that. Stuff like that, right? So it's useful information to me, but I have to admit, in Guild Wars 2, they don't really... Okay. You got it, Giga. Yeah, exactly, Colgar. Like, it's not the same as most things do. So right now, for example, we are counting everything up to Heart of Thorns as vanilla. So all of this is vanilla, and that's fine. And then, like, Heart of Thorns in Season 3 will be Heart of Thorns, and then Path of Fire in Season 4 will be Path of Fire. Sure. I can swing all of that, but, like, then what? Do we then do 4 separate expansions after that? Like, that feels kind of weird, effectively doing a content patch, a major content patch, as an expansion, but that's sort of the format. Oh, I know, Colram. Because it's so... We've talked about this several times, and I was even chatting about this with PAX. Well, the student arc and the other raid arc. I can't think of what it was. The near raid arc. Both of those had a absolute just cavalcade of negatives because they were both crap. But anyways. Point being, as me and Pax were talking about just last night, as we've been talking about on camera, Season 3 is actually the specific point at which they changed up the writing staff and also several people under the hood. Season 3 is just a very different animal from everything before it. But it's still kind of part of Heart of Thorns. Like, you see why I'm just kind of like... Well, I liked it on the gameplay axis, though. I hate getting those raids on repeats, because I'm just there to level, and I don't feel like spending half an hour of my life doing the freaking near boss with a bunch of people who don't know how to do it. See, I could do that, Colgrim, but at that point, I'm just increasing my workload again. I don't know. I'm still debating. What I was going to do originally was I was going to do vanilla, heart, half, and then everything else, and just bake everything else. Or sorry, End of Dragons. Then everything else, and just bake everything else in as its own thing. Oh, hey, we actually just got one of the achievements. That's funny. And... could you, like... well, I think we just failed the other one. I just failed the other one. Sorry, Giga. I failed you. Could you stop being anti-melee for 5 seconds, please? Jesus Christ. Good morning, Jojo. Lol. Giga. Good morning, it's Maria Star. Good morning, Blade Duvall.
That was exciting. It's been a while since I've seen you in action. You've improved.
I've been getting lots of practice.
Looks like we've almost got those vines out of the way. You coming through with us?
Yeah, we want to see what's on the other side. You don't mind, do you?
If you come with us? Great gods, no. I don't get to spend enough time with you.
Let's see if you still feel that way after a few days of being around us.
Here, Andre Palmer. Yeah, use...
I have a mission for you. I need you to run back to Fort Salma and give them an update. Oversee getting soldiers posted here to keep these vines back.
Hello, Cat.
I don't want our retreat cut off just in case.
Yes, Corporal. I'll grab my gear and go.
I knew I could rely on you. Double time, Seraph.
Yes, Corporal.
Hello, Cat.
It's okay. Some other time.
I'm sorry I can't go with you. Promise you'll stop by Fort Salma on your way home and let me know how things went?
I will. Send Mama word that you saw me, will you? So she worries a little less.
Okay. I'd better get going. Take care of yourself, okay? Love you, sis.
Always. You too.
Belinda, it was good seeing you again.
Aw, same here. Goodbye.
You're a good soldier. I just wish I could see what's on the other side of that wall. I've never been this far west. My family isn't known for adventuring beyond Shaymore. I'll tell you about our drinks and food. You better not forget a single detail. Watch out for Margie, okay? Don't tell my other sisters, but she's always been our favorite. I do like her sword. One day I hope to meet the rest of your family. Maybe. My mother doesn't much like strangers. She's had a hard life. She doesn't trust easy. Nothing personal, I assure you. Maybe she'll make an exception for me. She might. Margie told us about your adventures. You've done some amazing things. I couldn't have done alone. And you're modest, too. Hope you and I can become fast friends. But for now, I better go. It's been an honor to fight beside you. I'm glad you suggested we come out here. I'm over the moon at the chance to fight beside Belinda. Actually, it was E who suggested it. E hasn't steered us wrong yet. Any idea who it is? Yeah, Joko. That's a joke, by the way, for those of you not aware. Nobody knows who E is. Whoever was originally writing this probably had an idea who E was, but they've never said anything about it. Just imagine how much nicer the world would be if the Inquest turned their energies towards improving things. So, have you been hitting it off with Belinda? I tried, but there's something distant about her. It's almost as if she didn't want to know me. Because you're a noble? Maybe, I don't know. It's as if she doesn't know how to talk to me. She's not the first commoner to be shy around me. I just don't understand your social system, because I'm a Sylvari. It's pretty simple, really. You can receive a title directly from the Queen, or inherit from your parents or another relative. Title comes with the manor and the reach, usually. And you're rich. Not necessarily, although most noble families are. And if you're invited member of a court, the Queen may give you an allowance from the treasury. So what's it mean to be a member of the court? That means you have a skill she wants you to use on her behalf. She has advisors on many subjects, and there are those who are there just to be charming. She lost an opportunity when she took your title away. She had no choice. When the ministry arrested my father, it forced her hand by making his situation public. The Queen, and thus the nobility, have an image to uphold. I am not familiar with PS Rewired. Unless that's the reverse engineering PlayStation thing? Nah, it can't be. I'm going to say no. I don't know. So, I'm ready. So you notice how those 3 achievements were in a relatively short quest. I point this out because if you remember, one of the complaints I had about Season 1 was its quests were big, long slogs. Not just the fact that they were long. The length, as usual, wasn't really the problem. It was the fact that they were slogs. That was a pretty quick and easy, honestly. Like, if we wanted to do that again for the achievement, it would take us 5 minutes to make another attempt at it. This is why Season 2 is the season to go hit achievements. It could be, Loke, yeah. Let's see. Dry top. Aha! So it actually was what I was thinking about. Holy crap. Okay. That's so weird. Yeah, seasons, the way they used to do it. So most MMOs have a format. There's launch, then there's patch content. Now, it's worth noting, and I have to distinguish this for people who don't actually know what I'm talking about. A content patch is a big patch. It has something substantial and worthwhile to do. Maybe it's a new event, maybe it's a new dungeon, raid, usually a bunch of new quests and story, stuff like that. You know, there's a big meaty chunk of content in a content patch. Back in the day, that actually wasn't the norm. Back in the day, content patches didn't exist. Instead, a content patch would be another expansion. EverQuest is the example of this. So, later on, as the Silver Age started moving forward of MMOs, they started baking these into expansions to make the expansions more worthwhile. So it would be, you know, expansion, content patches, expansion, content patches. Now, Guild Wars 2, which, as a reminder, has been trying to invent itself for a while and didn't even settle on a format for quite a ways. The way they originally did it was they had the living story, which, as we've talked about, doesn't even exist anymore. This living Season 1 here came out 2 years ago. Season 2 was their second attempt. Okay, we're going to do a whole living world thing. It's going to be the lead-up to the expansion, Heart of Thorns. And then once Heart of Thorns came out, they did another season leading up to Path of Fire. Once Path of Fire came out, they did another season, and that season kind of finished up Path of Fire, which then led to the Icebrood. By the time they hit Icebrood, they stopped doing that. Icebrood was free.
Can't believe he did this.
Kind of a strange way to phrase that.
Did you see something?
There she
You
is.
describe it.
Icebrood was free because they were trying to walk away from Guild Wars 2 is the simplest way I could put that. Like, there was several things going on under the hood at the office, and so a lot of the staff were working on something else. It's worth noting that, to my knowledge, we have never received formal confirmation on what the something else is they're working on. The most common theory is that they were working on Guild Wars 3. So, Icebrood was just kind of there and was supposed to be like a capstone, but then NCSoft forced them to go ahead and shift over to End of Dragons, which then became an expansion and sold bonkers well. End of Dragons was kind of the success story of Guild Wars 2. I know that sounds strange, given how far down the list it was. But End of Dragons bought in a bunch of new players, and during this period of here is also when Guild Wars 2 came out on Steam, which also brought in another big bundle of players. So Secrets of the Obscure and Genthier Wilds were all expansions. You'll notice each of them has about the same amount of content in it. This is the current format. Expansion to next expansion to next expansion. They've completely abandoned the Living World seasons at this point in time. It's also worth noting that Living World seasons have to be purchased individually. No, I haven't let that go. So in every way, they are functionally expansions. They don't call them that. Anyways. Thank you for helping me find this. I was about to Google this.
May you know peace.
So what happened here? One minute our ship was sailing smoothly through the skies, and the next we were falling. Well, what caused your ship to crash? Sorry, I don't know. It was so sudden. Okay. Our aspect crystals can help you navigate this wasteland. Since the crash shattered them, our crystals can only grant you their movement skills for a short while before their energy is fled. Ebb. So how many of you even remember when they had these stupid things? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, jeez. Okay, hang on. Oh, my God. I can't. There we go. Okay. It's locking me out of stuff. So this is them experimenting with, for lack of a better way to put it, traversal. This is also some of the stuff that would eventually lead to gliding. Roots. In real life, too. Alright, who's shooting at me? Roots are turrets, and they have stupidly high range. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay.
That structure is unstable. It would be unwise for us to go in. Scruffy's scan confirms that it won't support all our weight. According to my calculations, the most efficient combination would be you, Marjorie, and Casimir. The rest of us can wait out here.
Did she just call us fat, Bram?
Yep, she sure did.
Facts are facts. The three of us together weigh as much as 19 Casimirs.
Great. I'm a unit of measurement.
Lead on, boss. Kaz and I are with you. We'll holler for the rest of you if we need something smashed.
Hold on. I'll cast... Wait. Something's wrong.
What's the matter, dog?
I can't form a portal. Something here is blocking me.
It doesn't, Giga?
Collected some of the Zephyrite crystals. See if you can break through with this sun crystal.
That reminds me of something.
Hey, smash that inquest thing so we can catch up.
Come on, let me kill you. Let me kill you.
Halt, intruders. This area falls under inquest jurisdiction. You are trespassing. Ergo, be gone, or we'll have no choice but to oust you.
Look, we're just trying to help these poor crash victims and find out what happened. Do you know anything about the crash?
All we know is that whatever lands in our territory is ours to salvage. Let us show you just how serious we are about this.
Yeah, I know. You're about to die a horrible screaming death because you're an idiot. You don't have to say it. I understand, game.
I guess we showed them Still think I'm not ready for battle?
Listen, I'm sorry about how I've been acting. I just can't stand the thought of you getting hurt again. That scared the fluff out of me.
I know, honey. I felt the same way about you. But you convinced me that you can handle yourself. Now let me convince you.
All right. You could clear that gap with a lightning tether. Try this crystal. Something's actively blocking my magic. Please keep an eye out for anything unusual.
Now that it's out of commission, I should be able to conjure a short-range force.
Help me! Please! Someone!
Oh my god! I hate these stupid knockbacks! Quit it!
Please! I'm here! Help me!
Hello? Oh, how are you?
Hi, Casimir.
How pleasant to see you.
Game?
This one's alive, but hurt badly.
You're going to be okay. My friends and I will get you out of here.
Forget about me. The Master of Peace is in danger.
Oh,
Someone
kill
has
him.
to go find him and protect him.
The Master of Peace. Your leader. Where is he? Why is he in danger?
I don't know why, but the Sylvari is trying to kill him. Please.
Hey, hey, stay with me. Oh, damn.
Oh my god, did you see Giga stole part of her life source when she died? It was just this one green orb that came out.
But that Zephyrite was lying.
About what?
Don't get me wrong. She was very afraid for the Master of Peace, but when she said she didn't know why he was in danger,
Giga.
I could tell.
Giga.
Why would she lie? Are you sure?
Absolutely. It was in her posture and in her eyes. She didn't give us the whole truth.
I believe you. Let's press on and see if we can find any more answers.
Aw. No, wait. Get up! Get up, Giga! Get up, Giga!
I think you could make that jump with a wind crystal. Here, try this one.
Gigaboo. Yeah, she's just being environmentally conscious. That's really what this boils down to. Oops. Just hit all the wrong buttons. There we go. I'm gonna keep enraging and they die so quickly. Marjorie? There we go. It's one tragedy after another. First Lion's Arch and now this. What's happening to our world? This was no accident. This was not a boating accident. Their bodies are riddled with knife wounds. They didn't die in the crash. They were attacked. Yeah, before the crash, something happened on the ship. The Zephyrite always seemed so gentle to me, but these died fighting. There are defensive wounds on their hands and arms, as if they were shielding themselves from their attacker. No culture survives long without learning to defend itself. So many of them. Must have been a large force that attacked. I don't think so. The stab wounds are from the same blade. There's no variation. Yeah, one attacker. A formidable attacker who took them down single-handedly. It was Giga Jacques! Jacques! She's even wielding a sword!
All these dead. They're breaking my heart.
A friend pointed out to me that these people weren't killed in the crash. They were dead.
Friend, I'm right here!
Murder.
It's okay. I disagree with that hurt box. I just want to say that. What I was about to say was Casimir doesn't need to be sad because Giga's here. Giga could just bring all their corpses right back up, right as rain.
that's how you want to play it.
This page is torn from a mission log. I turn my back on you, Mother. The solo voice of truth will dampen the cacophony of fools. Aaron.
Hello, good looking.
I recognize this. It's a soundless mantra for meditation on someone's logbook. Why is it soundless? The soundless are Sylvari. They're a faction. Oh, yeah. They're a fringe group, right? Cut off their loyalties to the Pale Tree. From the Pale Tree and all other Sylvari. They meditate to keep their minds away from the dream. You think they were soundless? Are soundless evil? No Sylvari is inherently evil. But some choose that path.
So our Sylvari was soundless.
Jory, you sound downright excited.
The plot thickens, my dear. Of course I'm excited.
Can't you tell by the massive amounts of energy in my voice? I'm finally at the point where I can express my true jubilation. So, blast powder.
Does it have to be another Sylvari?
I don't know, but his actions are not random. He was after something or someone specific.
The Master of Peace? Is he on the run? Is the assassin after him?
I think so, yes. We have to find him before the assassin does. Do you think we can track them?
By the way, the achievements here, just why not? Find all of the hidden survey equipment, which is just use a walkthrough. Dive into the hay pile from the highest point and survive, and climb to the highest point. It's up there, I want to say.
Hey, you guys, look over here. Well, hello there.
Weird. Some of this wreckage isn't fresh. These burn marks are old. It's as if they'd been attacked before the crash.
Yeah. We've sort of established that. With extreme jubilation. And hiding hidden gifts. Oh my god, Elcor mysteries would be the worst. Wait, really, Luke? No, I'm gonna go ahead and disagree with that. Nobody in this setting, even Sylvari, can't be inherently evil. Can be inherently evil? You know what I mean?
Hello, good looking.
Jory?
Yes, dear?
I was hoping we'd have a break from the death and destruction once Scarlet was gone.
Unfortunately, I believe Scarlet was just the tip of a very large, very deep iceberg.
I mean, honestly, that's pretty much the same as saying that a human is inherently evil. Oh my god, Loke, I always knew! Everyone, Loke's a Martian. So let's see, where's the highest point? It's gonna be up there, right? So I'm just curious. Hang on. See how bad this is. Yeah, there's the hay pile. Yep. Come on. Jeez. Well, if you say so, Loke. Guys, I think Loke's a Martian. He's different from us. That means he can't be trusted. God, I hate jumping puzzles in this game so much. I do. And for the reasons I've already given it negatives for. And it boils down to, what is navigable terrain? Where are my feet? Like, I appreciate that they added jumping puzzles into a game. In a sequel to a game infamous for not having a jump button. But, like, maybe make the jumping better. You'll notice we don't even have a shadow. Some games have a shadow recontrol area. You notice we have no shadow. And for the record... Ooh. For the record, I do have my graphics cranked. Okay, now we have a shadow, but like it doesn't help with navigation at all. No, Giga, no! We lost Giga. About to lose me. Like, I can picture what's about to happen here. Oh, Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna try going out. That feels like what it wants me to do here. Because that doesn't look right. Doesn't feel right. I don't think I can make that jump. Oh, worse in every way, Darkrai. Literally. And that's that. Where are we going? Oh, yeah, I remember this for a while. So this is great, right? Oh, I'll just walk across here. Huh? Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, God! Ah! You can just do this. This is actually what this mount is for, is to just bypass damaging terrain. Wait, seriously? Damn it, Giga. Well, yeah, terrain. Look, like I said. That kind of stuff is navigable terrain. I don't know why I'm using the word navigable so much today, don't mind me. Oh my god, this merchant has been stabbed. Says the stink of Moida about it. Giga, did you hit the wall so hard that the ceiling started falling? So, dead merchant, Zephyrites are dead, we're trying to help, to the canyon, okay. Forgive me for not reading all of this out loud, it's pretty boring. Don't worry, we'll reach a point where I'll read all the text. We're just not there yet. Remember, you're supposed to do all this on foot.
Mustn't leave this lying around.
As we approach the battlegrounds, we've stopped conversing about anything not essential to our survival. Too exhausted to do anything but plod onwards. As if the wind, sun, and weather were conspiring to slow our progress. The words have faded, but angrily scrawled in a margin, a unique handwriting is the word him. And that matches the saboteurs. An air of solemnity rises from the sands and waves, like the shimmer of the heat, making it difficult to breathe. This is where Destiny's Edge confronted the Crystal Dragon, where our protector died defending us from her elder kin. I imagine I can see the crystal remains of her corpse from here. God, could you imagine doing these quests without a mount? They forged an alliance with her and led her into their minds. They guarded her legacy as long as they could, but sadly their race was not to live forever. Destiny decided otherwise, and thus the torch was passed to my ancestors. We hid ourselves away for hundreds of years, helping as we could and keeping her secrets. Dragons consume magic, but they do not destroy it. They hold it in themselves like a sponge holds water. And they hope her faster than the scavengers and powermongers who would use her body to advance. Okay. I have frostbite. One second. I just realized my breakfast might have cooled off. Yes, I haven't had breakfast yet. Right back.
Is it here? It must be here. Somewhere. No.
There he is. Stop!
Where's the Master of Peace?
Go away. Wait, go away, go away! He's mine! Enough!
Oh, he pulled the enough!
Unhappy. Must find the master.
Is he talking to himself?
Yes, you're...
It definitely sounds delusional. The point is that we're stuck here until we can break down those vines.
I have an idea. If you can keep those vines from snagging Scruffy, I can probably bash through them.
Let's go. This fella is starting to put chills up my spine.
That'll do.
That's two crazy Sylvari listening to a voice in their head in a row. 3 if we count Giga.
Glad that's him.
Watch my back while I smash these vines.
Let's do it.
Here we
Oh, there he is.
Somewhere. Yes. You're right.
The
Getting
gap is
close.
too large. I can't get us across from here.
Have no fear. The option to have Scruffy toss us over is still...
No.
Thank you for the offer, Tiny, but I'm inclined to agree with Rox.
could conjure up a bone bridge, but it wouldn't cross the whole distance. It won't last forever, but it might last long enough for one of you to get across.
I'll go.
Who is crying?
Leave a portal between here and there. I'll just need you to watch my back.
Oh my god. Shut up.
No, no, no. Not right.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
And they've heard of Cry Some More? This is Cry Some Less.
We can't let him get away again.
Hey,
stop what you're doing right this minute.
Not on your life, though perhaps on your death. I will continue, and I will be victorious.
Careful, he's inherently evil. Enough! For the second time in a row.
He's taking it farther away. You waste my time.
Business. Try one of these.
Perfect.
Aaron! What? Huh? You're here! Aaron, you have broken your Zephyrite vow. Trivial vows, trivial people. I've seen the bigger picture. You are in my way. You've lost your mind and your true heart. I'm sorry. You will not prevail.
I think we're operating under different definitions, look. Telling you, I hate these roots. What is in my finger? Is that a splinter? Sorry, 1 second. World. It is a splinter. There. Where the hell did I get a splinter from? You can take my crystal. It's okay. I'm a ranged character now. Enough! Sorry. Where's the... Oh, there. Damn it. Where's the... Where the hell over here? Okay, for real game. Where's, you gotta give me a crystal. There we go. Where's the, God damn it. That was irritating. But he's dead. And Giga's dancing on his corpse. Literally.
Thank you for your service. I'm sorry you got involved in my troubles.
Why was he after you?
He started losing his mind on the ship. He's the one who sabotaged it, you know.
Yes, we know. Did he want revenge on you for something?
No. He wanted me to give him power. Great power. That he couldn't handle. I refused. He could not let it go.
Will you come back now? We can escort you.
No. My journey has only just begun. You will tell my people that I am well, and that I continue onward?
Yeah, sure, we'll tell them. Won't they ask where you're going?
No. Those who don't know my destination know enough not to ask. Be well. I'm glad our paths crossed today.
You know, that's a good question. But I wouldn't worry about it too much. What if Scarlet was just the tip of the iceberg? Alright, let's search the Giga body here. Let's see. There's a bunch of footprints all over it, as if someone's been dancing on it for a solid minute. This piece of paper, which says, "Leader will die, the rest will fall in line. We will not fail." I'd say the plot thickens, but you know. They really like making you go over this pit of sand, too, the quicksand. Yeah, this is a town I would want to live in. Let's see, completely overrun with very thorny vines. One might even say each vine has a heart of thorns. Also, some of them are literally holding people in them. Like, you see that quag in there? Yeah, nice place. Sorry to bother you. Have you seen a Sylvari around here? Sure, but she's gone long before all this happened. She was a creepy one, though. Rolled into town with a huge load of crates and bought a place to hole up in. She? I was looking for a guy. In that case, I haven't seen him. Okay. Well, let's see what he's talking about, then. Speaking of people just kind of hanging out. He's alive, by the way. Wait, is he? Maybe he isn't. Excuse me, sir? Sir, blink if you're alive. Okay, maybe he isn't alive. I think that's just his corpse swaying. Look what they did to them. That could have been me. What are those things? Yeah, we're looking for a female Sylvari. I remember her. She came around and asked for rumors herself. She'd heard something about the mine and a magical underground river. I told her if we had an underground river, we'd abandon the mine, on account of how they tend to flood everything without notice, and miners drown. That didn't discourage her. Did she find it? No idea. I need information on Scarlet. She moved equipment into her room. She was an engineer. She needed food and supplies. She didn't talk to anybody. What direction to her room? You thinking of breaking and entering? Not recommended. That one took personal security to a whole new level. Do you know who she was? She wasn't the friendly type, despite those perky red pigtail flowers on her head. Zoop.
Good to see you.
I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking too. It was Scarlet! Bum, bum, bum.
What?
Okay, I've talked to them all. Now what? There we go.
Stay by me, Timey.
Well, time to break down the door. From over here. Small little place. Not very well kept. Would Sylvari mind spiders?
All clear.
Can you tell? Is it really Scarlet's room? What?
Timey. Timey, let someone carry you, okay?
Scruffy, come, stand guard. Come on, Bram, get in here.
Bram just teleported through the wall. He really is a Mary Sue. Timey, for the love of God.
The villagers were right. Scarlet was here.
The dust in here is thick, and these plants are all but dead. She definitely hasn't been here in a long time. Look, look, look! This is a historical find!
Careful now. You'll pop a gasket.
She hasn't been here in a very long time. This, oh, and that, Great Glarg!
Language.
Sorry, I didn't know you spoke Etten.
What is
What do you
this
say we
place?
break open some of these crates? One good whack with my mace and...
No, no, no! Be careful. You could destroy something extremely valuable.
We should probably report this find to somebody. Ellen Keel, perhaps?
No, no, are you crazy? You can't tell anybody. They'd come and take it all away. I need time.
What do you need time for? You don't need to be digging in this old junk.
It is not junk.
Scarlet's dead. Let's let sleeping dragons lie.
I
Glad
found
that's
something
over.
interesting over here. Come and see.
You know, this lack of music doesn't really do it for me.
At least now we know where she got the inspiration for that weird hairdo.
So, this is taking longer than I wanted it to. Ahem, there we go. Look at this book and tell me what you think. Okay. Nature of Dragons by Ogden Stonehealer. Rocks. Or should I say dragons of nature? Yes, dragons have long been thought to have been part of Tyria as the sun, moon, land, and seas. No one, not even the dwarves, know how long they've been here. The Jotun and the Norn both have lingering stories passed down through the generations about the last rise of the dragons. Most scholars give these tales little credit, unfortunately, so as time has passed, it was over 10,000 years ago the dragons last returned to their slumber. The very existence of these tales, however, indicates the dragons have awakened at least twice in history. Mordramoth? Ancient documents now found in Drummond Pryor's collection reveal accounts passed down by other races, such as the Seers and the human gods. Ancient elder dragons, they're super evil.
She must have been young when she was here. It looks like she was still a student.
I will have a more distinct conclusion later, but my preliminary assessment is that, yes, we're seeing remnants of her early years.
Look at this. How long ago would you say Scarlet was here? It looks like she was already studying ley lines.
Not surprising. She was well ahead of her peers. We Asura have been studying them for decades.
But you didn't know much about them.
They are elusive.
Is this what I think it is? It looks like ley lines. What do you think?
Ley lines. Hand-drawn image is more symbolic than literal. It shows the world as a machine with various moving parts. The pale tree is at its heart. Interesting. It looks like it represents Tyria. Tyria if you're a Sylvari. Pale tree at the center. Didn't I hear that Scarlet strangled the pale tree in some vision she had? All Sylvari have the pale tree at the center of their lives. Think it means anything?
Do you think she was evil back then?
She was misunderstood.
So yes.
She had to have always been evil. You don't suddenly turn evil overnight.
What about the Branded? They did. They got corrupted.
Good point.
I mean, honestly, yeah.
Hey, watch it with that tail. Oh, it's a steam minotaur!
Ow! Do you mind?
Inside voice, please, Tiny.
Timmy, you sound like a harpy.
Yeah, but did you see?
I see.
You're not even looking!
So yeah, it's a steam minotaur. So what do you mean flaws? Oh, it couldn't possibly explain in terms you'd understand. You'll just have to trust me on it. I'm not that stupid, Timmy. Jesus.
No one's ever going to be able to decipher Scarlet's chicken scratches. What is all this Assur and googly mook anyway? These symbols and things make me nervous.
Those are alchemagical symbols. I'm not exactly sure what they mean either, but I'll figure it out with time.
Right. What are you thinking, Rox? It's her diary. Again. This is our third diary of hers we've gone through now. Writing longhand is for the birds. I've discovered a device of assured origin that allowed me to record my journal from this point onwards. Don't think I'm ungrateful to you, but I must continue to evolve at every moment. The future awaits us all, and I plan to be amazing when it comes. It's been last entry in an ink-spattered student. Starting tomorrow, I'm a researcher, an engineer, a visionary. I confess a mixture of fear and excitement. I believe I found one of the mythical ley lines. If I could study it, well, my understanding of Tyria's inner workings will increase in leaps and bounds. Who knows what the future will hold? I've never been very magic-minded, and both Omad and Scarlet were crazy. I think you could see the whole of the world in one moment. Ridiculous. I don't know, the mind's a powerful tool. Yeah, and some people don't use theirs enough. Wishful thinking doesn't get you through the traw.
I think it's time to go. I've got more important things to do.
You do, maybe, but I don't. This is the biggest day of my life. Look at all this Scarlet paraphernalia.
I agree with Bram.
You would. Look, you guys can go, but I'm not leaving. I need to document all this. I can use this to write the thesis that will make me famous.
I don't know.
She'll be okay. She's in a village. She's got a golem.
I guess it'll be okay. We'll be back for you later, Squeak. If you run into any trouble, find a Zephyrite. They can be trusted.
I will.
Can they?
Stop worrying and let me get to work.
Let's get out of here, Bram.
Whoop.
Between the dust and the weirdness, I'm done.
You be careful, kid. We'll be back later.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Tiny, stay out of trouble. We'll be back soon.
Timey. Hang on a second. There's mention of a miner who found a ley line hub and Scarlet was looking for. What if she's still there? Maybe you can see she's a Norn named Tosca. What are you going to do? I'm staying here. Do you realize the historical significance of this find? Not to mention salvage rights. I'll be writing papers, treaties, and destinations until I'm 80. I don't get the thrill. Well, no, of course you wouldn't, being you. But for an Ashura, this is the find of a lifetime. I was fated to be the one who discovered it. Fated? Yes. I knew from the first moment I heard about Scarlet's fate and mine were intertwined, and now I will be her biographer. I wish I had a chance to speak with her. What do you think she was doing out here? My developing belief is that she found a ley line hub somewhere in this area. All evidence points to it. I'm sure she was performing research on it. It's so exciting.
Scruffy, I need my supplies. Oh,
Ah, Taimi. She was never heard from again. Honestly, they probably intended to make Bram the brother-type character to Taimi. They just failed at it. Like, you notice how he started off being irritable by her, and almost immediately, like, I'd say 2, I think it was, cutscenes later, he was already getting overprotective of her. Uh-oh, it's Giga. Everyone cool? Everyone cool? I've never even eaten parrot. I don't know why you'd say something like that, Giga. Looking for a miner named Tosca? You found her. So, that's what the strange Sylvari female called the pocket of magical energy I tapped when I was digging the wastes. You don't want to go near that. Yeah, but I'd like to hear the story. I was mining copper. Broke through an inner chamber in the rocks. Suddenly a bright light blinded us all. We didn't go any deeper. Too dangerous, but we changed the direction of our digging. And you told her about it? Yeah, and you should have seen her light up. It was with ticks and talks. Just to deliver a special toy for her. So, where was it? Out west of town, but that tunnel caved in just after I told the Sylvari what we found. I always suspected she'd collapsed it and dug her own way in. You should ask her about it. Can't. She's dead. And I killed her. Wow, that went by relatively quickly. And that's not a complaint. Oh yeah, another nice little tidbit. Those rewards I mentioned, they're visible here too. You can see the Master Achievement reward right there. See? Anyways, Sue. Entanglement. Oh no, there's trouble in Dry Top. This is really dark. Look at this. Jesus. I'm pretty sure she's dead.
Taimi? Taimi, are you here? Taimi?
They're here. I'm okay. Scruffy protected me. Are you all okay?
Oh, whew. Yeah, we're okay too.
Everything started to shake. I barely had time to get into Scruffy.
Is she okay, Bram?
Yeah, she's okay. She hid in her golem.
I didn't hide. I was collecting important data.
Uh-huh.
Did I hear you say Taimi's okay?
I'm fine. Collie.
What's happening?
Oh, there we go. I feel like the whole world's falling out from under us. Yeah, I feel like we all feel that way. We've got a new dragon to contend with. Nothing will ever be the same. No, it won't. Mordremoth did this. And it's only just starting. I do like how they're already characterizing Mordremoth, whereas Zhaitan... I mean, he existed.
Mordremoth?
Raises the stakes to a whole new level of awful, doesn't it?
Gods, we need a plan. What are we gonna do?
Casimir, calm. So, you really think all these vines are related to... Oh yeah, all those vines and death weren't really there yet, by the way. So, we start by following Scarlet's trail. Scarlet believes she had seen the bigger picture. It's part of her delusion. I don't think bringing down the Zephyrite was part of Scarlet's plan, but she and the Saboteur talked about the destruction of Tyria. Aaron said Tyrian leaders would die. This makes me someone or something was pulling his strings. That's what scares me the most about him. Trouble is, we don't know who he meant. Could be anyone. Though the biggest threat to Mordremoth is probably Traherne. I hate the thought that Queen Jenna could be in danger too. He said other strange things too. Yeah, it was so please, and I've seen the bigger picture. He sounded so much like Scarlet. For the record, I agree this is Mordremoth's doing. It all started with Scarlet. We need to understand her. Do you see the voice recorder? Books, papers? I'm glad you're okay, Taimi. I learned lots of things, though. Like Scarlet started with steam creatures, then graduated to ether and watchwork. She released a bunch of the steam creatures in the wild. Oh, and she killed Omad. What? He was her last mentor. He experimented on her with his mind-widening device, and that's when she saw the Eternal Alchemy, or what she thought was it. So she killed him for it? No, she killed him because once he realized his device worked, he started looking like she was a lab rat, not an assistant or a student. He's going to experiment more on her. Yeah, but surely Omad wouldn't have hurt her. Historically speaking, previous generations of Ashura, including Omads, viewed the Sylvari as an anomaly to be studied. When the first Sylvari arrived, many were victimized in the interest of arcane knowledge. Right. So, about that drawing on the wall. So, based on Scarlet's writings and her holographic recorder over there, I've come up with a theory. I think that's a representation of her vision. Her mentor, Omad, made a device that opened the mind. This is the third time we're mentioning this inside of like 20 minutes. When she tried it, she had a vision. At the center of the symbol I've seen is used to represent the pale tree. So she claimed that she'd seen the Eternal Alchemy during the vision. The symmetrical elements of the drawing of the pale tree at the center lead to that conclusion. In her vision, she saw the pale tree attacked by a thorn vine. She described it as doing terrible damage to the pale tree. Did it bother her? It pleased her. She even drew some thorny vines to strangle Omad. The parallel with the vines from her vision is not lost on me. Okay. What about ley lines? Most interesting thing of all, Scarlet theorized our waypoint positioning coincides with all the locations of the powerful ley lines. Was she right? Likely, but not yet confirmed. I need to do more research. I need to better understand the elements that drew her to that conclusion.
So, were you able to figure out what Scarlet was doing here?
She was studying ley lines, but I don't...
Hold on.
Oh my! What's happening?
Hey, come look at this. There's a passage behind this bookshelf.
What? Get out of my way! Let me see!
Settle down. Let the boss go in first.
Alright, but hurry up!
That's me, by the way. The voiceless, nameless, gormless character doesn't even exist. Yet. Letters sent home from soldiers in the Cordon army have given us great insight into their lives. In the 11th century AE, their leader, Varesh Osa, inspired great loyalty. In one particular speech, Osa praised her military and encouraged them to use persuasive abilities to build the power of Korna from the inside. If properly convinced, you can get whole groups of lesser creatures to work towards your goals without them realizing they're not working for themselves. Osa cites the alliance between the Centaurs and the Kornan craftspeople as an example. Together they produced better armor and weapons and provided for the Kornan people's day-to-day needs. That's an interesting Guild Wars 1 callback. Research notes. Okay. History of Drytop. Now a barren landscape, this rounded basin may have held water many millennia ago. Sand now covers everything, blowing on the wind and eroding all rock and inhabitants alike. Unknown sentient beings once built fragile hillside homes high on the cliffside. Some structures still linger, but also fall victim to the blowing sand and the hot sun. The area attracts outlaws on the run with something to hide, or those who are unwelcome amongst civilized folk for one reason or another. This makes the area most dangerous to travelers such as me and Yakington. Migrating centaur packs come through here, it seems. There's evidence they once had a refuge. A large tree trunk, quite out of place, would have been one of their sacred trees. Despite appearances, the waterless area is far from lifeless. It serves as a doorway to the Maguma jungle, a region with uncontrollable growth, life, and often death. So, Varesh Osa, I'm trying to say this as unspoilery as possible. So, she was reading a history journal of Varesh Osa. It's this one right here, right? And it's the one that led her to how she formed the Molten Alliance and the Toxic Alliance, right? Varesh was a boss back in Guild Wars 1, in the Nightfall campaign, specifically. Let's put it that way. We killed her ass. Interesting. Trust me, she deserved to die. She was not a good person. On the open page of this book, Scarlet drew a route leading up to and out of her tunnel at the higher region of Drytop. Points on the map trace a winding path across the higher region of Drytop to some unknown destination for which she drew a crisscrossing of lightning bolts. So Scarlet left a map. I forgot how cutscene heavy Season 2 was. Wow. I mean, yeah, this is setting up Heart of Thorns. It's just, wow. It's okay. At some point, we'll get to Silver Wastes. And then I could get negatives again. I'm joking. I'm not sure if that'll actually be a negative zone or not. Technically, we should review this zone, too. It's not a great zone. I don't remember what it was we were doing here, but I've really grinded this zone. I think it was one of the zone resources. Why are there so many people here? It's kind of creepy. I'm just gonna go away now. Yeah, they keep saying something like praise Joko. I don't know what that means. No, it was this zone. What were we grinding here? What is there to grind in this zone? This is still Tyria. I don't remember. I remember we'd hit a route. Like we do a loop through this zone, and this area right here is a place we'd check frequently. I don't remember what we were grinding for, though. God, I feel so weird. Climb the vine. Yeah, you got it. That. What is that? Right there. Okay. Hang on. Sorry, this is bugging me. What the hell? What are we grinding here? I don't think it was coins. It was something randomly spawning, not something static like that. It might have just been geodes, but like, why? Why would we have gone for geodes? What's the benefit of that? Yeah, buried locked chests gives geodes. Apparently they don't even exist anymore. In the 2015 update, which actually did a lot of currency condension, they were crushed down into regular currencies. But like, how do you buy them? Why with them? I don't remember. I guess it doesn't matter. Whatever. Sorry. Just nobody cares. Anyways, this one sucks. Moving on. I do like to make water.
amazing.
And brimming with bad guys. The Inquest are here.
We know how to deal with Inquest. Let's clear this place out.
Wait, Rox, let's be smart. Scarlet will have left security devices in place. They're currently offline, but if I can reactivate them, we can use them to our advantage.
Aww. Can't we just get rid of them the good old-fashioned way?
Well, you could, but they'd be back before you know it. Scarlet's security can protect this area from future attacks. Clear the way to the first console for me.
Oh, let's do it. Let's not use the golem. In fact, hang on. Defeat the Inquest without using any of the turrets or steam creatures. Easy. I think we can manage that one. I'm shocked I don't have that achievement.
Overriding access. Enabling manual controls on the... Ooh, weapons. Nice. Okay, it's all yours. Use the console to pry some Inquest.
Using the console.
Silly. The chances are so slim as to be negligible. About 53%. I tagged this all on last time.
This actually hurts because they keep doing that frickin' slow crap. Stop slowing me.
You've got them all. Well, the ones we can see at least. There's another console ahead. We'll have to activate it as well. Let's go.
You're enjoying yourself, aren't you, Tyler?
Using Scarlet's brilliant devices, even her earliest designs to neutralize Inquest? How could I not have fun?
Yeah, exactly, Culverin. That's why I posited that up. That's, kind of disturbing. Why do the vines keep choking people to death? How do the vines know to go for the neck? Don't answer that. Amusingly, Zactaft, I do think we do, in fact, got this. Whoops. Got that in the wrong order. Whatever. They're so spread out.
But as far as I can tell, there's one more console up ahead. Get me to it, and we'll be golden.
I gotta say, that look suits you.
No time to dawdle. Inquest don't give up easily. They'll launch a counterattack, and we have to be ready.
So, oh, there they come. That's like, where are they? I don't see any Inquest, Giga. Do you see any Inquest, Giga? Correct answer. Not anymore. Zactaft, I'm pretty sure if we put a monkey in, he'd do better than Udina. But I agree with you. Could you guys go slightly faster, please? Please. I'm asking politely. The next step involves picking up your golem and carrying it here myself. I mean, the only question is, would Valerian trust Shepard? Because that's the only question that needs to be there. Like, Anderson trusted Shepard, so he believed in the Reaper threat and he backed her play.
Last one, and done. This will activate Scarlet's holographic defenses. Once they're fired up, they'll kill everything in here.
You do realize we fall in the category of everything, right?
Don't worry. I'm confident I can configure the system to identify our silhouettes as allies. It might take a bit, though.
We don't have a bit. Inquest incoming. Lots of inquest.
Where?
Work as fast as you can.
Where?
We'll buy you some time.
Seriously, where? Ah! How did you see them coming? They teleported in! Ah! Oh god, that would be weird if you could, like, see teleports incoming. Just visibly see them. God damn it! Stop knocking me over. How do you smell someone teleporting in, though? I mean, these aren't inquests, so actually, you know what, never mind. I withdraw the statement. You have 3% health. Just accept your death. These enemies seem determined to irritate me to death. It's not working. They are, however, irritating themselves to death.
That'll do.
Hold on. Activating the defenses.
You're absolutely sure this won't kill us?
Absolutely. I give it a solid 53% chance.
I beg your pardon? Maybe you shouldn't.
It's beautiful.
And we're still alive. That's a plus.
Of course we're alive. I was joking about 53%. It was more like 78.
Wonderful. Looks like we're gonna be the only ones walking around in here for some time.
You did great, Tiny.
I know.
What is this place?
It's a cave.
You know what I mean.
Well, everything points to it being a ley line hub, and before you ask, it's where multiple ley lines intersect. Scarlet thought it important enough to set up a lab here.
The plant dragon's corruption has found its way in.
Yes, it's troubling, but it makes sense given how the dragons consume magic. They're undoubtedly attracted to ley lines, like spiders are attracted to flies caught in their webs.
That doesn't bode well for waypoints.
Nope, I'm afraid not.
There has to be something we can do about it.
I'm working on a solution. I've tapped into the Asuran Waypoint network to see which waypoints are being disturbed. It's far more widespread than I imagined.
How widespread?
Well, for example, the waypoints at Fort Concordia and at Fort Salma are behaving irregularly. If it's the dragon's tendrils, and I presume it is, then that's quite far afield. There are other waypoints being disturbed, but those two are the most egregious. It's interesting that they're both strongholds.
I'd say this requires some direct observation. I want to see what this is all about with my own 2 eyes.
Why don't we split up? Rox and I can take Concordia. You two head out to Fort Salma and say hello to your sister for us.
That's a great idea. I'd love to spend more time with Belinda. Get to know her better.
I don't care if you beg. I'm not going to either place. I have to stay here and continue my research. Nothing's changing my mind.
No begging here. Come on, Bram. Let's go.
Actually, there was a knock at the door. I did decide to make water while I was up. Really getting tired of these interruptions. Tell you what. Anyways, we got the achievement done. Yeah, woo! Thank you for the subs, Alert. Always appreciate you. Oh, you want me to go over here? Okay. Now, I noticed you didn't put that towards anything. I think I did. Hang on. Achievements. Recent. No tricks. Yeah, right there. Boom. Defeat the Inquest without using any Scarlet turrets or steam creatures. Yeah, I like Mega Man X6 for what it is. And, obviously I enjoy the soundtrack enough to have done my own composite mix of it. But something about the instrument choice has always just been a little bit piercing about X6's music, to the point where it's a little bit unpleasant to listen to. And when I completely stumbled upon a mix of, it was specifically Blaze Heat Nexus stage, I remember it. And...
Malfunction. Oil anomaly error.
I forgot this. And I was like, oh, this song doesn't hurt my ears. And I just kind of checked from there. Anyways.
What in Wolf's name is happening? These vines. The kid was right again.
She's wrong sometimes, too.
What'd you say?
I said we should get moving, now that we're all here. From the look of it, they could use a hand.
I'll take the lead.
Oh, no you don't. Not with that leg. You're still recuperating. Stay behind Frostbite. He's got a mean tail whip.
Ganging up on me isn't fair. I'm fine. Come on, let's get this over with. Let's do it.
Yeah, for those of you who missed that Gollum literally just walked up to us and said, please kill me. And then died. What's with all this Mordred creatures all over the place? Weird. I wouldn't worry too much about it. What's a Mordrum?
That'll do.
I don't have any idea. It's a plant thing. I don't know. I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Attention, everyone. We have more coming from the north.
It's okay, everyone. Traheron is here. We're saved. Well, you're saved. I'm fine. Oh my god, the roots. Yeah, I was... Yes, I was referencing you, Giga. I wasn't referencing your parrot, which I know you've actually named Traheron in real life. We just got an achievement for that one, too. Don't let any allies perish in the... How did I not have that achievement? What are the other two?
Thanks for helping us out.
What?
That attack caught us by surprise. Well,
okay.
few small vines popped up after the Priory caravan arrived, but we didn't pay those any mind until they grew.
Priory caravan? Was it carrying the vines? Seeds?
Not that they mentioned. They did have some extremely old artifacts with them.
I'd like to talk to the scholar in charge of the caravan.
Ah, there it is.
They headed northwest with Lindsay to find the rest of the cavalcade. Some were separated from this lot.
What's your plan?
I'm taking this caravan along with everyone from Concordia to an Asuran lab northeast of here, for safety.
We can go along and provide additional security.
I want to find this Priory scholar and see where these vines came from. Why don't we split up? We can cover more ground that way.
I don't know about that. Let's discuss it more.
So before we discuss this more, I'm just going to kind of zip through this really quick here.
Let's move out, shall we?
See, we have a timer. This is one of those achievements where the achievement is do the mission inside of X time.
All right, form up. Caravan in the middle.
And you can see it right there. We have 6.5 minutes. There's another achievement, which is don't let anyone die. Guild Wars 2 is definitely a game where the more you do now, the less you have to do later. Like, part of the reason I have Sunrise is because, frankly, I'd already completed about half of Sunrise piecemeal over the years. There's a reason all I need is the thing that you have to specifically go out of your way to grind just for that thing.
History never lies.
Here to save you. They're finding a locket. There's a powerful locket. Let's get out of here. I really love thorns. It's just such a great thing being constantly. Ah, these friggin' roots. All right, him. I don't know why I said thorns. I meant roots. Yeah, another thing is a lot of stuff in this game is, if not literally time-gated, then, like, effectively time-gated. Can I talk to NPCs? Alright, hang on.
Time to get a move on.
Apparently I can. Get out of here, get out of here. Like, for example, the only reason PAX doesn't have that backpack that's on Giga's back right now is because there's a time gating aspect to it. And as I mentioned earlier, order to retreat. Hello. There he goes. Jesus. As I mentioned earlier, the thing I'm missing more or less just involves standing around in WDVW for a couple hours. I'm barely joking. Like, I'll have to participate to maintain my participation, but really, what I do is totally irrelevant as long as I'm doing something. The real limiter is the time.
Finally, something not so minor. Assist us at once.
Consider yourself honorary lab assistants. Now protect our lab.
Okay, off to the guts. Game. Need to hurry, game. And I just realized, because I'm finally caught up on all the paperwork, I actually take a nap today. Holy crap. It'll be the first day in... Hey, we did it! Congrats, Giga. That'll be first time in about a week at this point.
We got as many here as we could, though I'm not confident we're safe yet.
There were wounded all through the hills. This is a bad situation.
We should probably get over to Fort Salma. We're meeting friends there. Do you have this under control?
We're good. Thanks for your help. Safe journey.
I do need to log in. I need to remember when the login is. When the reset is. Because they're all different. FF14 and WoWs are at the exact same hour every day, which is great. Guild Wars 2's is weird. Guild Wars 2's is at 7 in the evening. And their weekly reset is like Monday instead of Tuesday. Okay, so 11's... Yeah, I was to say... Oh, 30... Right. So yeah, 11's is the same as 14's, I guess, then. What? Stop interrupting me. But no, now that I've figured out how exactly... What's with this purple thing about? This purple thing is new to me. I haven't seen a purple quest icon like that before. What's that mean? Now that it's all lined up and ready to go, logging into FF11 is actually a joke. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to blow out your eardrums. Yeah, exactly. I can do it right now. I'm not going to. Again, eardrums. Weird. I don't know why I've never seen that up there before, because there's one over there, too. I mean, yeah, it's all... But it's whatever. I get it, I get it. The fact that they're shackled to play online really is the problem there. Wait till I see Giga moving. Oh, she's moving. Aww. It's the couple from Season 1. I don't think I ever put that together before.
Oh yes, in all directions. Quaggins cannot flee.
It's okay. We'll murder them all. Ooh, ooh. Boo on them. Boo on them.
Hey, glad to have a helping hand. Part of my squad is pinned down at the bottom of the hill.
Sure thing, Timey. I mean...
Let you all in at once. We can give you cover from the walls. Hurry, they won't hold out much longer.
This one is defeat the Mordrum Thrasher without losing any of Marjorie's minions. I feel like that's just going to be a straight-up DPS race, which we could probably manage.
Hey, my sister and Casimir are holding the courtyard.
Jory, backup's here.
And not a moment too soon. Belinda and the Seraph are holding the walls for now. There seems to be no end to these attacks.
We should take the stragglers that make it past the Seraph. The creatures keep coming, both over and under the walls.
Good thinking. I'm determined to hold out until they stop.
Me too. A Seraph told me they've got great obelisk shards here, from the Tower of Nightmares. They're too valuable to let fall into the wrong hands.
Get ready, everyone. Here comes another wave.
Sis, the eastern gate is getting hit hard. Can you get over there and reinforce it?
You betcha. We can use the northern wall to get there. Looks safer than trying to plow through the middle.
Congrats, Giga. A worthless ascended. Boy, that's a weird sentence.
Hit them with everything you've got.
Hey, look, it's some of the best gear in the game. Into the trash.
My power is yours. Make it count.
That's how you want to play it.
Yeah, okay, that's what I figured. I was just curious.
Nothing like a little tempo distortion during your day.
don't?
I must have skipped out the date we covered siege warfare between my etiquette and dance classes.
Oh god, I'm stuck. There we go. I ran in this game.
I did it. The courtyard is secure for now.
Seems our luck is holding.
Hold on. Do you hear that? What is...
Of course, they couldn't just let us rest. That sounds big.
Oh dear. It's massive. What's our strategy?
The bigger they are, the harder they fall. I'm guessing if we take out King Monstrosity, the grunts will give up.
What dreadful business.
That thing is shielded. We're going to have to coordinate our efforts to bring it down. I can rig my minions to explode on contact.
Get to safety under
the
my
impact
barrier.
will putrefy its shielding, and that will give you an opportunity to strike. Keep my minion alive, and it'll tear down that thing's shield.
I've got your back. Hit them with everything you've got.
I've got you. Get to safety under my barrier.
Hey, Marjorie, could you make your minion move slightly faster, please?
Maintaining the barrier
Get my
is
minions
straining
in
my
there.
limits. Please be careful. I'll try to form some more.
God damn it, I thought it was already there.
I've got you. Get to safety under my barrier.
Another minion coming up. Keep it safe.
There. Achievement get. Out of curiosity. Oh, wow. The only achievement I'm missing for this is find all the survivors near Concordia. See what I mean, though? Like, getting all this stuff done means that if I ever care about this later, I just have to do the one. This is what Colgrim was mentioning. I guess I didn't get credit for whatever reason, Giga. It's fine. It is not the end of the world. It's just there. That's what the wiki's for. You can also track it up there, which I was doing with the Dragon Bash recently. The tracker's crude, but it works. So anyways, you remember that character that we literally met, like, 2 quests ago? When I first did this, I sort of assumed she had been introduced a long time before this. Yeah, well, she did.
We're here, Jory.
I know.
Tell us what you need.
I'm okay. I just needed a minute. I'm sorry.
I understand. Completely.
Yeah, let me get some birthday cake for you, Jory.
If you're too sweet to me, I'll fall apart.
Okay. Okay, we have a lot of work to do.
Right. I have to get her ready. Take her home. I have to tell Mama.
We'll do it all together.
I don't know if that's the best way. I think we need to talk. Kaz, honey, I want you to go with them.
What? No, I can't. My place is with you. What if you need me?
I'll be okay. Our friends need you more. You have to keep them safe. I'll be with family. I'll catch up when I can.
No, Jory. It doesn't feel right. This terrible... Your sister... I should be with you.
I love you for that. But no. You should be with them. We're talking about a dragon. The dragon that killed Belinda.
I don't like it.
I hear what you're saying, love. But this is how it has to be. We have greater responsibilities. What do you think?
I'll go, but not tonight. Tonight I'm staying with you. I'll leave tomorrow when you do.
This is the best way. You'll see.
I hope you're right.
So yeah, I do have to give these two credit for trying to sell the impetus of the scene, or the impetus, Jesus Christ, the impact of the scene. By the way, you never put your donation towards anything, Zalok. Why did you do this? Yeah, no, exactly, Colgrim. Did you hear that there was honest-to-God voice direction? And the two of them were actually, you know, properly heard there. Probably my favorite individual line, if I can pull out my own voice director hat for just a second, was Casimir's. There's this bit where Marjorie says, if you're too sweet, I think I'll fall apart. It was right here. So Casimir's response was, okay. Okay. We have a lot of work to do. And I like that redirection. Like, Casimir so obviously just wants to embrace Marjorie right now. But she recognizes that she's just been asked not to do that. So she takes a moment, settles herself, and then tries to focus on work. Let's just focus on the next step in front of us, which is actually a very, very common human psychological trick. If you're going through massive trauma, one of the most common things is to just keep working, right? Go to work the next day, or clean the house, or get some chores done, or whatever. It's extremely common. In fact, statistically speaking, most people don't actually process grief until later. Here's the weird thing, just while we're talking about this. The exact moment that triggers the actual process of the grief, I agree, Colgrim, I gave it a positive. The exact moment that triggers the processing of the grief, I don't want to say it's random, but it's never going to be something you suspect, right? Like, you'll be walking along a Walmart, and you'll see something, and it triggers something. It triggers something in the back of your mind, and it just bam, right then and there in the middle of the Walmart. If it's not obvious, I am speaking from personal experience here. Here, I think. Here. Yeah, it's something new-ish, because I haven't seen it before, but it's apparently for stories that I'm, like, on the chapter of. Or maybe that's the wrong word. Like, I'm on chapter 2, right? Entanglement. And so those are the previous quests in Entanglement. Apparently the purple stars are not new. I've seen these stupid things before. Now, granted, I haven't done Living Season 2 since... Oh, God. It's been a minute. It's been like 10 years. But still. Almost made that work. Freaking sandstorm. No, I believe you, Lorelei. Love the name, by the way. This is the wrong cave. Oh, I hate this stupid zone. Can I get there from here? Nope. Okay. Yep. All right. So let's just mulligan that. Cantha. Cantha is End of Dragons, is the simplest answer to your question. Not see where I'm freaking going with this freaking sand. It's okay. It's only going to be up for another 13 minutes. Oh my God. I was at the right one. Yeah, don't worry about Cantha. Don't worry about it. Well, I've got terrible, terrible news, Plate Javal. The only two ways to get there. This is going to sound familiar. It should be down here, like right here. But this is where I just was. This is the wrong cave. Ugh. Yeah, the two ways to get there are to TP to friend or to start the expansion. Ah, God, visibility. Hi, hazardous. Is this it? Nope. I hate this zone. Then again, I hate all the Heart of Thorns zones, so I suppose that's whatever. There used to be a route I would take down here every time I had to redo this, but it kind of relies on me being able to freaking see. I think Artificer technically implies more magic or spruce, but overall I'd say yeah. Least awful Heart of Thorns zone? Auric Basin. The second one. The one Octovine's in. Oh, there's a Mist Rift here. I didn't know rifts could happen out here. Hang on 1 second, Giga. Hang on, actually, where are you? Let me track where you are. Over there? Jesus. Okay, thank you. Got a bunch of geodes from that, too. Alright, do me a favor, stay there, Giga, okay? We'll just go here. Yeah, Rift in a Sandstorm. Pfft. Warp to me when you're done. Late Javal. When you accept invite, I should say. Blade Taval's like, oh, I'd rather die. Because that's actually Blade Taval's canonical voice. That's why I'm going to ask him to voice Cecil in RFF4. It's because Cecil sounds like this. Oh, he's here. Congrats! You're in Cantha. I am no Golbez. I actually entertained the thought of having Golbez and Cecil voiced by the same person. Same actor. Whoops, nope. I want... Do I not have it? I swear there was one up there. Oh, whatever. Alright. Yeah, as soon as you get promoted to Paladin, hello, I can talk like this now. Just like that, boom. Oh, maybe this is it. So now I'm just down myself. I love the sand. It is coarse, it is irritating, and I can't fricking see. Ugh! Oh, God. off.
There you are. We were starting to worry. Where's Marjorie? You two are normally attached at the hip.
Shut up, Bram. Casimir, is Marjorie all right? Did something happen?
Her sister, Belinda, was killed at Fort Selma. Marjorie went home to be with her family and to mourn.
Oh no, that's terrible. But wait, why are you here? Shouldn't you be with her?
I wanted to go with her, but she asked me to see this mission through. She's safe, at least, with family.
How's she holding up?
Oh, you know. She puts on a strong face, but I see right through it. I can see that she's hurting, and that she blames herself. She promised she'd join us as soon as she can.
Poor Marjorie.
I'm so sorry, Casimir.
Sorry, my friend.
Let me catch you up on what I've learned so far.
Ever combined limbic crystals and arcane reducers? I have.
This is Scarlet's first ley line. It's a hub where multiple lines converge, but it's still tiny compared to the one in Lion's Arch. Miners dug here and hit this pocket. I imagine the ley line messed with all their machines, so they abandoned it, but some must have talked and Scarlet heard about it. This is definitely where Scarlet began to intensely research ley lines. The machines let us use magic that is usually invisible. You realize that if Scarlet hadn't lost her mind, she'd have been heralded as one of the greatest arcane researchers of the century. This is an unprecedented discovery. This is what all Ashura dream of. Impatient much? Gosh. Okay, I've ascertained there's a disturbance in the ley line, and it's affecting certain waypoints. Unfortunately, Scarlet was right. When we Ashura placed the waypoints, some worked better than others, so we got rid of the ones that didn't work and kept the ones that did. So without even realizing what we were doing, we tapped into the power of the ley lines, and it's no longer just a theory. I can prove it now. I am 98.5% sure I can answer it correctly. It's these vines. They're attracted to magical resonance of the waypoints. So you mean Mordremoth's corruption? Not exactly. It's my belief these vines are seeing coming directly from the dragon, spreading underground across Tyria. It's not just corruption, it's him. And the free-moving ones above ground. As far as I can tell, they're corrupted. And spreading. But our primary concern is the waypoint situation. If it gets worse, we could be in serious trouble.
I was just getting to that. I can build a device that will make the waypoints more efficient. They'll be less attractive to Mordremoth.
What do you need us to do?
At the moment, nothing. I have the matter well in hand, but there is something else. Something so amazing. Wanna see? Follow me. Hey, look! Can you believe your eyes?
What is it?
It's Omad's machine, you simpleton!
Hey, respect.
Sorry, but it's the very device that showed Scarlet the eternal alchemy. It still works!
Can I smash it? That thing's gotta be dangerous.
Absolutely not! Think about what we can learn! Besides, my mind is far more resilient than Scarlet's was.
I don't think you should mess with it. I'm inclined to agree with Bram. What do you think?
What do I think? Oh, hang on. Casimir? Looks like Scarlet added to it. Some parts look different and more new. What do you remember about this device? Timmy said it did a thing. Rehash. Sorry, Timmy.
No! We have to...
Don't touch anything. We don't know what... Timey!
Well, Timmy's dead.
That thing is shooting off too much lightning.
I'll shield you. Get her out of there.
Yeah, we're in Season 2 now, Spartan. Beginning of Season 2. Giga!
Ever combined limbic crystals and arcane reducers? I have.
So, that's what Mordremoth is trying to do.
Hey, you okay? I think she's dead.
What? No. She's alive.
Tell us everything. What did you see?
Are you alright? Once it had you, we were afraid to just yank you out.
Well, then you started screaming and we had no choice.
How do you feel? When you're ready to talk, we're ready to listen.
Giga. Alright, Giga. We're gonna have a chat, you and I. Sure, but I don't think Mr. Red's watching right now. Let's see. Griffin. There it is. Yeah, so if it's not really obvious, each of those little spheres, yeah, this is horrifying, was one of the dragons. It's so bad. It's so bad. Some of these skins, I swear. We all know the actual best skins, though, for all of them. So, here's the rabbit. There's the raptor. There's the jackal. By the way, I can't zoom in, but trust me when I say these have weirdly high definition textures. Like, these are really well done. Modern textures here. There's the griffin. I actually like the turtle best. And, of course, the sky scale. Thank you for being part of the show, Luco. I will figure out what Capcom games we have on the list later. Because I have no idea right now. Yeah, that's terrifying. I think I'm going to go with the word terrifying for that.
Good to see you.
So, I saw the Eternal Alchemy. I saw how Tyria's woven and I'm tied into it. Listen, vast energies throw through and around Tyria. I saw a dragon in it. It was part of the workings of the world. It came at me. I also saw the pale tree at the heart of a vast moving puzzle. I think we need to talk to her. She's a tree. Yeah, she's the pale tree. She's magical beyond imagining. She can access the dream.
I wish I'd seen it.
I'm glad you're okay, but you had magic flowing out of your ears.
It wasn't so bad.
Her hair was standing straight up.
It was. Okay, guys, this is serious. We need to talk about what we're going to do. What's the plan?
Okay. Oh, I just remembered which mission this is. Yeah, we were stuck here for a minute. I remember this. So the pale tree was in my vision, represented by the symbol. We have to go talk to her. We need to make the world aware of Mordremoth. Can I go? No. Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you when I'm ready to go to the pale tree. Bye, everyone.
Alright, yeah. Go to Marjorie. Make sure she's okay. We're gonna go talk to the pale tree. Holy crap. Oh, right. Have to pop out first. Okay, the pale tree has agreed with an audience. Okay, so Dead Rising 1, you got it, Luco.
Ah, there it is. The moment when night gives up its dominion, and day opens its eyes upon the world.
Why soap? Yeah, look, it's just one of their most sacred artifacts. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Bram. I heard from Timmy she's gone back to Rada soon. Apparently she had schooling to catch up on. Okay. Hello, Rox. I'm worried about Mordremoth. Hi, Casimir. So, how's Marjorie? She's okay. I missed the funeral, but I gotta spend a little time with her. She'll be back with us soon.
It's nice to see you. Hello, Casimir. I've been hearing a lot about you. You're the one who unveiled the Nightmare Tower, aren't you?
That was a team effort. I wouldn't have made it out alive without my friends. Especially this one here.
Hello. I heard you fought Zaitan beside Kaith. It's an honor to meet you.
Yep, I was Kaith's minion.
If you would follow me.
I also heard the Palawa Joko defeated the dragons. Did you hear that?
My child, what a delight to see you looking so well. You said you had a matter of utmost urgency to discuss. Please, let's talk.
And random question. Why do you have a demon attached to your back? So, Kaith spoke to me about your involvement in Zaitan's demise. You still run with Destiny's Edge? No. I suspect you will do even greater deeds with your new group. But tell me, what brings you seeking my counsel? Two things. First, I had a vision. You figured prominently in it. I'm intrigued. Tell me more. So, in an Assuran device Scarlet used to see in the Eternal Alchemy, I saw it and you. What dangers have you been toying with? Such things were not meant to be seen. They'll crack your mind. I didn't understand much of the vision, but you were at its center. Oh, my child, the one thing you must never forget is I stand between you and the greatest darkness you'll ever know. A vast darkness intent on consuming all we hold dear. What do you mean? There are those who reject my protection. It leaves them vulnerable in ways they cannot imagine, ways that they never were before. I shield you as best as I can, and I will for as long as I can. You're talking about dragon corruption. We've been immune to it. Yes, in the past my children have been immune, but Mordremoth's corruption is powerful. And just as Zaitan created the undead, so does Mordremoth's corruption change you. I believe Scarlet opened herself to it when she let down the walls of her mind. Mordremoth's corruption seeps into the cracks in our willpower. Do not follow in her footsteps. I am strong-willed. I'm the PC. Yes, you are. So tell me, what is the second half of your quest? I wanted to learn more about Mordremoth. It seems to have fully awakened.
It is true. The Elder Dragon Mordremoth has reached full awareness.
No.
I've known since the moment we heard the roar. Loken, would you kindly find Niam and ask her to come to speak with me?
Of course. I'll return with her as quickly as I can.
I had to send him away. What we have to discuss is too serious. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Tell me, what do you know about Mordremoth?
Well, quite a bit, actually. Oh, you mean canonically at this point? Nothing. He's an Elder Dragon. That's all I know. Thank you, Roman Cure. I've jotted that down for Wonder Song, Hi-Fi Rush, and the Chants of Sennar. So it's been killing people. It attacked Fort Salma and Concordia. And its minions, they spread far. We've encountered them as far east and west as Brisbane Wildlands. So soon and so close. That does not bode well. Please continue. So, Salma and Concordia were destroyed by its giant thorn vines. The minions were attracted to waypoints. They destroy waypoints. I understand. The situation is dire. If the Elder Dragon's reach is that great, the entirety of Tyria is at risk. Again, what do you recommend we do? We need to inform the world's leaders and get them to join ranks. A summit, then. I could host such a gathering if you convince them to come. Who do you invite? The leaders of the other races. I'll ask my friends who would be best. I'll leave it in your hands while I prepare here. You did the right thing bringing this to me.
That seemed to go well. She agreed to play hostess. What do we do now?
Well, Casimir, you're a noble. Ex-noble, excuse me. So, I need you to go get Queen Jenna, if you can. Rox is going to Brack Citadel. Bram will go to Holbrook.
I won't get an audience with the Queen. but I can speak with Countess Anise.
Nervous? I know you've had, issues with your people.
No, I'm fine. I just haven't had to speak with Countess Anise or the Queen for a while. Not since my father.
I suppose I'll have to toughen up and talk to Tribune Brimstone. I won't get anywhere near Smoter.
Yeah, and I'll have to return to Holbrook. Last time I saw Whitebear, my mother was there.
We can do this. It's important. And afterward, we'll meet up again.
Not every battle is fun, I suppose. Before I head to Holbrook, I should find Taimi. She's in Radasum. Maybe she can talk to Zojja about getting an Asuran leader at the summit.
But in their mind, she's just a student. No one there pays much attention to her.
I know, but she's got Zojja's ear. It's worth a shot. If she fails, we'll send in the boss to convince Zojja. They're friends.
Well, we have everything covered. Send word to each other when things are squared away, yes?
Deal. Guess all we have to hope for is that everyone agrees to show up.
Once we get them in one place, we can worry about convincing them to join forces.
The world coming together in support of a single cause? Yeah, that'll happen.
But
for luck.
Oh, Rox. Please.
hasn't that literally already happened? Whatever. Hello. Asuran news updates are saying the vines matching the recent attacks on Fort Concordia and Fort Salma have appeared in the Iron Marches. If this proves true, Morgemmont's reach may be even greater than we anticipated. I surmise it's in our best interest for you to investigate. Where did the letter come from? Giga? What did you do? So, I got a letter from Taimi. The Iron Marches. Did she mention Black Citadel? She didn't say more than that, but I'm going to investigate. That's a good idea. The more information we have, the better. Taimi was like, alright, listen. I've got your parrot. And you're going to deliver this letter. Or else! Hmm.
Can't hit what you can't see.
So there's plants everywhere. Yeah, I'm here to help. Great, we need help. Find the soldiers tasked with exterminating these things. Do it whenever you can. By the way, did you notice we haven't had one of those terrible investigation quests in Season 2? Isn't that great? Not having investigation quests. Anyways. So, okay. I also have enemies who are just invulnerable. Because, you know, why not? He really can't. He just decides he's invincible every now and again. Alright. We did it! Woo! It's okay. I was being facetious. Obviously, there's no more investigation quests. Could you imagine if they ever went back to that? Whew.
For Ash Legion.
Honestly, and I want to be very clear about this, the investigation quests were the worst quests of the entire game so far. Well, let me walk that sentence back. The first investigation quest was the worst. The second and third weren't nearly as bad. That first one. Oh my god. You know, it probably wants me to go down. Hello? Okay.
What?
Okay, so... Coat yourself in spores. Alright. Well, I would if I wasn't getting knockbacked. Okay, for real, stop doing that. Okay. Do these count as spores? Okay, now I have spores. Now I'm at the vines. See you around, Zalok.
What?
Now, keep doing this, apparently. So we have to do an event, but it's a specific event, so that's not as bad, right? I mean, could you imagine a thing that actually requires you to hit, like, say, a rep grind point in order to progress? Wouldn't that be terrible? I mean, you don't have to do Season 1, Spartan. Really, you don't. Don't do Season 1.
For Ashley, Jimmy.
Hello? Give me my freaking thing. I was spored! What do you want from me, game? Here, give me my sample. Do you mind clarifying that sentence, Spartan? Because to my knowledge, that is not true. Like, I have someone who just picked up Guild Wars 2 very recently, and they're playing through with me in PAX. And they can skip ahead to wherever the hell they want to right now. Won't let you start Season 2. That's very strange. Has anyone encountered what Spartan's encountering? No, I know, Giga. I've done like 4 already. Yeah, don't do Season 1. For real. I mean, honestly, you probably can't do Season 1.
That's probably enough for now. But a few more can't hurt. Well, can't hurt us.
Yet the last chapter is the problem, Spartan. I mean, if you manage to get a public group, you'll probably be fine. So, like, look up the timers on that and head up to the Eye of the North for that. So when you pick, like, Gates of Maguma right here, what does it say? Like, what do you see there? Season 1's free for everyone, Bragwin. That's why you can start Season 1 just fine.
Can't hit what you can't see.
Okay. Do you own Season 2, Spartan? In fact, the question here is actually pretty basic. Do you have a memory of sitting down and purchasing Season 2? Okay, so, bit of a PSA. If you buy Guild Wars 2, you gain access to Vanilla, which is trash, and Season 1, which is slightly better. All of these individual additional things have to be purchased separately, okay? So, if you buy Path of Fire, you do not have Heart of Thorns. You do not have Season 2. You do not have Season 4. Make sense? So the reason Season 2 is locked for you is because you do not own it.
What? Make it quick.
Yeah, they can occasionally go on sale. Yeah, I think Bladeville's right. I think the only way to purchase Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire is to buy the combo. Like, they don't sell them separately anymore.
The Legion calls.
And yeah, all this stuff was on sale a couple weeks ago. I have this horrible feeling that Spartan just bought End of Dragons. Which means he has access to my story, Living Season 1, and End of Dragons. But yeah, Seasons, I don't actually know how you buy them on the site. I know you buy them in here. I want to say in upgrades?
Damn, my workers were captured by vines.
I can't see it because... Oh, hey, there it goes. Finally. I want to say it's there, but I can't see it. I literally cannot see it. So, I can't show you it, because I already own everything. No! Giga, help! Help! Giga, help! And this is why everyone should have a Jade bot, by the way. I mean, there's other things the Jade bots are useful for. Like everything in Cantha. But even outside of Cantha, you have that self-res on, I want to say like a 3-minute cooldown? Nope, 10-minute, my bad. Of course they don't, Giga. They're objects. Why would you apply a condition to an object? That's just silly. Yeah, I swear these have more resistance or armor or something, because it's taking a minute to kill these stupid things. And they keep finding me, of course. They seem to have no trouble applying conditions to us. If that's any consolation. God damn it. I can't even reach Giga to res her. Because I'm getting wrapped up in vines. Ah! I'm coming! Nope, not him. You. There we go. Now him. Ah! Okay. Oh, I'll save you, Giga. Well, I mean, you'll save yourself, but I'll save you in a second when you go down. Oh my god.
Looks like you got them all back safe enough. Nice.
Yeah, so the joke earlier, if I have to explain it, was these aren't really the investigation quests, but they're definitely in the same vein.
Want something?
Speaking of... Oh, hey, a mysterious seed. You can just sit there. So I'm not doing that on this character. Where's this thing? Oh, it's way down there. Now go do this other event. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is, way south here. I love those invuln tags, which just kind of prevents me from healing. And rezzing. Yeah, it could be. Because, yeah, we both got melted a bit there. Okay, I've done the events of your zone. Can we move on, please? Hello, hope I'm not important. Hope I'm not interrupting anything important. I'm sure, right? So Bram told me about the summit you're planning. I talked to Zojja. She talked to the Arcane Council. One thing led to another. Now Counselor Flunt is here in Scarlet's Leyline Lab with me, breathing down my neck while I try to finish my device. He's holding his attendants at the summit over my head until he sees my device in action. You need to come distract him before I fry his circuits. Okay.
I've got what you need.
Might not be sandy this time. We might have clear skies. Holy crap! Okay. It's a little easier to navigate when I can frickin' see. Now to go murder Counselor Flunt. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was... Did you see that? What was that? Of course, nobody was actually looking when that happened. Someone go watch the VOD for that moment. Because that was strange. I'm going to check my own VOD. What was that? 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Don't touch anything.
Progeny, do not speak to your elders in such a tone. I won't have it.
Oh no, I accidentally killed Flunt.
Did you stop off at the dead end for a pint and a pie or something?
We were halfway across the world. I don't want to hear it, Timey. I talked to Zojja, just like Bram asked me to. She got me in to see Flunt. It was all going great until I made the mistake of mentioning my device. I'm almost done with it. He insisted on coming to see what I was working on. I had no choice. Are they going to come to the summit? He won't commit. He says it hinges on if my device works or not. Okay, let me talk to him. Can I help you? I have surmised that you are the commander. What is your involvement in all this? Well, you see that lady over there with a demon on her back and a giant mace? Yeah, she's with me. Oh, I see. I'm glad she has a hint of adult supervision. However, it is of utmost importance that the Council be alerted when underage prodigies make discoveries such as this cave. I understand you're here to inspect the device. Yes, I intend to verify she's in no danger. She claims to discover a means to lower frequency at waypoints resonation. Yes. I'm right here, and I'm not just working on it. I'm almost done. It's going to save the waypoints. How close are you? I'd be closer if this scholarly gentleman would stop distracting me. Counselor Taimi needs to finish. We promise to show you when it's done. I will wait a short while, but I insist on inspecting it soon. And then you'll attend the summit. It is important. There's a frickin' elder dragon. I will attend the summit, but only after I verify the device can protect our waypoint network from marauding vines. Otherwise, I will have to return to my lab. Understood.
Everyone stand back. Except my assistant. Back! Back! My brain needs some room to breathe.
Hi, Taimi.
Is that old windbag out of earshot? Good. Okay, let's talk. I am gonna need your help to build this thing.
Okay. I'm going to explain this in terms you'll understand, okay? The device we're building changes the frequency at which waypoint resonates, how fast or slow it vibrates. I understand English, Taimi. In theory, it taps into the waypoint network, finds the waypoint we want to fix, then a dialogue happens between the device and the waypoint. Calms down the waypoint. Okay, what's left to complete? I need 3 specific parts. There's lots of scrap here from the inquest. My hope is we'll find what we need, but it's taking forever with Flunt here. Okay, I'll go get the friggin' parts.
Let me load up Scruffy with a few detection algorithms to help you out.
Okay. Sorry, I just have a random thought.
Okay, part number 1. I need containment sterilization fluid. You know, that icky stuff the inquest stores specimens in? Don't worry, I'm not trapping innocent life forms. This stuff just so happens to be suitable for the liquid elements of the device. Number 2, the etheric armature from a standard power generator. I'm sure they've got one around here somewhere. It's not a lab unless there are power generators going haywire. Finally, I need a sample of leyline magic-infused rock. You could mine some, perhaps, but that'd take ages. I spotted samples earlier stored in wooden boxes toward the rear of the cavern. Much easier to just take those. Scruffy's ready to take commands. Simply interact with his input panel and select the behavior routine you want him to follow. He can detect items of interest, follow you, and defend from enemies. Scruffy can also repair damaged containment units if you happen to find any.
So... Oh, okay, come on, Scruffy. Him. Can we just... Yes. So, I assume you already know about /wiki.
Fraternization should be closely monitored.
Agreed. The Council has been too lenient with Zojia since Snap's passing. Her recent activities are especially concerning.
Entrusting a progeny with critical projects, allowing her to run around with those reckless doorbusters.
At least they keep her and her golem out of sight.
How true.
Nice folk. Anyways, I assume you know about /wiki space ET, right, Mr. Blake-Javal? Let me just cover that really quick. I mean, you could pay money for it, or you can watch me, Spartan. Those are the... So type /wiki space ET, like that. I assume you know about this already, and you're asking about the other stuff. I'm just clarifying, and also kind of communicating that that's a command that you can use. So I was looking at the achievements here. One is to find the hidden inquest crate and defeat the chromatic creatures. The other is to vanquish every enemy group of which it's keeping track. Right now we have 11 left. Okay, so making sure you knew about that. So, if you want events for, like, regular-ass events, there's only really one way to find that, and that's to look up the zone you're in. So, like, if you're in... Hang on. Oh, of course, I can't look right now, can I? So that's in Crystal Oasis, right? So if we do /wiki space Crystal Oasis, and we scroll down a little bit, it will mention somewhere. There it is. So if you scroll down a bit, you'll see there's the meta events, there's the bounties, and then there's other events. And there's a nice giant list of events. Where's the Giga? Ah, there she is. Almost non-existent, Mr. Red. The ooze! The ooze! Yep, that was it. Achievement get. They're pseudo-random. Some have triggers. Some just happen periodically. Some happen when a player enters an area. But yes, is the answer to your question.
Disengage and retreat!
Good luck, Spartan. You're gonna need it. That's a good question. How did we fail Kill All? Because she's right. We just failed the Kill All quest somehow. And by quest, I mean achievement. I haven't done any of these. Wow. We also failed help without triggering traps. Yeah. Whatever. Again, it is not the end of the world. These are bonus points. Perfect. Yep, Neria Pitfall and Crate Scrapper are mutually exclusive. Interesting. Yeah, final bosses. Whatever. Anyways, open the casing, grab the armature. What? Yeah, they're just, I mean, they're not actually bad fights, really. Okay, hang on. Turn off the generator. Open the casing. There we go. They're not actually bad fights, they just have a million, billion, trillion HP and a 15-minute timer. They're also not the final bosses, by the way. There's an entire section of that dungeon after fighting those 3 fights. There he is. No, whatever. Still not sure how we failed the kill all. Oh, no, that's how. Because some of them require specific triggers, that's why. Alright, I'm found, I'm found. I must have opened the oozes incorrectly. Sorry, Giga. I have failed you and your people.
Are you done?
No, it's not done yet. Stop asking.
When do you expect completion?
There you are. Got all the parts? Let me hop onto Scruffy and make the finishing touches. Well, Counselor Flunt, I'm sorry to report that I've completely wasted your time, and the waypoints will now all be destroyed by Mordremoth.
What?
Just kidding. My patent-pending waypoint recalibration device is now complete.
Oh, you little degenerate. Turn it on.
I'm gonna need to take this to the heart of the ley line chamber. Watch your step down the ramp. From the center here, we can hop on whatever confluence of ley lines OMAD's Crazy Box ran on. And once the device is fully active, it'll adjust the waypoint's energy configuration to be bland and uninteresting to Mordremoth.
This is the last of the big 3, Lord Harriman.
Scanning the waypoint network.
There is a chance we will someday cover some other MMOs, but in a very limited capacity.
It may take a while before I know.
How long?
Best approximate estimate, a few weeks.
A few weeks? Unacceptable. Who knows how many waypoints we'll have lost by then? We need to discuss this.
Hi, Casimir. Don't pay attention to Flunt. Boss is handling it.
That is my job, being the voice so you can go do your thing. Counselor Flunt, I am sure Timey could speed up the process. She'd better. I'm not attending anything until we have a working solution to the endangered waypoints. Want me to do your summit? You'd get her moving. Uh-huh. Lotro is extraordinarily vetoed.
And you just started today?
It's not like I just imagined it. Once you've got the design, all it takes is time. And, well, I couldn't have done it without the help. Thanks.
You're welcome. What's going on, Casimir?
Good day.
I'm checking time, but I'm glad you're here too. I talked to Countess Anise. She relayed our invitation to the Queen and surprisingly replied quickly. Queen Jenna will attend. Apparently talking to Anise was the right move. What are you going to do now? I'm going to go meet with Bram, unfortunately. Oh, well, good luck with that. I'm sorry, Linnerith. I'm not laughing at the strikes thing. I'm laughing at the gains comment. You gotta laugh at it, right? You gotta laugh at something. Stay safe. I can't believe I'm saying this, but if I was to ever consider Lotro, it would probably be in the limited MMO format that we more or less invented for the game I'm playing right now. Which boils down to MMO only. Or, wake up! MSQ only.
Just be all of it, and see if you can take on.
To the Commander, I'm writing to inform you that at the Behest of the Pale Tree, I'll be attending the summit you're arranging to discuss Mordremoth. I am deeply curious to discover what the world leaders will say about the idea of combining efforts. I know we could use the additional firepower. With it, maybe we'll lose fewer people than we did when we fought Zaitan. I foresee that my presence will cause a bit of a stir, and the attendees will want to report on the Pact's plans. If you can meet with me in the Grove prior to the gathering, I'll fill you in so you can relay the information to the attendees. If you manage to convince the leaders to work together, it'll be an enormous victory. Look forward to seeing you again. I have some things to tell you about the Pact and our plans for Mordremoth.
He's big and mean, but he likes to lick my face whenever I see him.
I was actually thinking about it. I'm going to have to make a new table on the review page, because it is not actually fair to review Guild Wars 2 in such a limited fashion alongside FF14 and WoW. Because, for those of you not aware, the FF14 and WoW reviews was everything. Everything within PFR, anyways.
Hey, good to see you back in Hallbrack.
Who are you?
Hello, Mother.
Bram, what a surprise. Hello, old friend. What are you doing here?
We need to talk to you about something important.
Let's sit down over here. We can talk in comfort. All right, I can see by your faces that it's serious. Tell me, what is it?
Yeah, reviewing everything in Guild Wars 2 would take an inordinate amount of time, resources, prep work, and the backing of an entire guild to help me do some of the content that I literally cannot do by myself. It would be insane to actually do. That's why we divided it in two. So, Mordremoth is awakened. It's already attacking two forts, Fort Salma and Concordia, and it's going after waypoints. I've come to invite Nut Whitebear to discuss the threat. No, Whitebear won't attend anything like that. We have more than enough challenge with Jormag and the Sons of Svanir. You're kidding.
You don't understand. This is bigger than us. Jormag is dangerous, but it's only one member of the Pack of Elder Dragons.
I understand more than you think.
No, you don't. If you did, you'd know that Mordremoth's reach is spreading. Its tendrils are showing up all over the place.
The Elder Dragons each behave differently. We're only beginning to learn of Mordremoth's power. I just don't believe Whitebear would leave here while Jormag's threat looms.
Okay, so I have to go stop Jormag. Okay, sure. So anyways, by the time Mordremoth reaches Holbrook, it'll be entirely too late. By then our people have two dragons attempt to destroy us. So right now Mordremoth is wreaking the most damage on Tyria.
I know what would make Whitebear more likely to attend your summit.
What's that?
If he had fewer headaches, he'd be more inclined to leave Holbrook. The Sons of Svanir have been even more trouble lately. Killing and corrupting.
Killing and corrupting what?
We'll take care of it.
We should split up. You head straight to Frostgorge and find the totem. Bram and I will make our way there from the other side.
You and me?
We won't be far away. Whitebear will be all the more impressed if you deal with this alone. If you're successful, I'll speak to Whitebear myself.
So, in case you missed it, the actual line was, there's a group of them who's been killing and corrupting Norn. If you have to tell Whitebear we've dealt with them a serious blow, well... But instead, for some reason, the only part of the line that played was, killing and corrupting. So, go do events is what I'm hearing here. Listen, I know you hate hanging out with your mother, but go hang out with your mother, Bram. Yeah. There's some... So, Anise literally has no lines in the last chapter, and the character I'm playing right now would have no lines if I was to play her for that section, which I will not. It's worth noting. Yeah, that's what I thought. What's really strange is WoW... No. What's really strange is WoW had a similar issue recently, but I actually decided to go ahead and do my due diligence to figure out what the hell was going on with that NPC. And it turns out it was kind of a weird pseudo-bug, and it was proven that it was a bug. But what's really strange is even knowing it's a bug, they never fixed it. So something else is going on in addition to being a bug. And I know what you're thinking, it's the strike. No. As I talked about on camera, Blizzard was one of the very first companies that signed a deal with SAG-AFTRA, so they could keep having SAG-AFTRA actors do their lines for them. So it has nothing to do with the strike. It looks like this is another event thing. Good lord. Sorry, I'm so negative. I apologize. It's been a rough week, month, year, 40 years. Honestly, it's you could say how long it's been pretty bad. I'm just willing to go ahead and say it's been pretty bad since about November.
Over already?
By the way, I appreciate your help, Giga. I know I don't say that often enough, but thank you for helping me through some of the stuff. Well, I was kind of set up with, you know, doing this solo. It's why I'm on my best character. You being here immeasurably speeds this up. So I appreciate you. Like, you're probably cutting some of these quests down in time by, like, half. In any co-op game, of any type, really, having additional players is a multiplicative effect rather than an additive effect. In other words, 2 players, relative dumb made-up math, if 2 players both could put out 2, just 2 DPS, 2 whatever you want to call it, 2, then you don't have 2 players putting out 4. What you have is you have 2 players putting out like 5.5 or something, right?
Hiding behind walls won't save you now. Time to have some fun.
In some games, that's just because of the nature of how the game works, how damage input happens, how spreading damage works, how AoE is designed, etc., etc. But exactly, Silvergrail. In this game, there's a whole lot of stuff you do that buffs other people, and stuff you do that synergizes with other people. So in Guild Wars 2, it's even bigger of a boost than it is in most co-op games. Like I mentioned earlier, every single time I hit my G key, which is my big hit, I give everyone nearby, what is it, quickness, fury, and might. And that's one thing. Absolutely, Colgrim. The example I like to use is Dark Souls games. In Dark Souls games, you wouldn't think the game would really be changed that much with an additional player, but actually it is a very different experience. Because the nature of how the bosses move, attack, and who they target changes. And if there's another player over there, the possibility of, like, a recovery period might exist. Or tanking. Or hell, even just straight up, like, distracting the target for a bit while everyone else does their thing.
It's not like I needed that thing anyway. This isn't over.
And yeah, Left 4 Dead 2 is actually another great example. One of the most common strategies I would use back when me and my friends were going through that is I would just hold a, what is it, the charger, or the tank, and just hold it there and just survive for a bit while the rest of the team was dealing with whatever else they were dealing with. So that they didn't have to deal with the special while they were dealing with their thing. Make sense? Once they're done with their thing, they come swoop in and help me kill the special. Boom.
Dragons, your dragon. Eight-handed your enemies. my place. I bet you're expecting the dragon will eat. Why can't you?
See, I'm the wrong person to ask, Lunarith. Those are interesting thoughts, but I'm just the wrong person to ask. Boom.
Gonna find all of us.
And destroyed. That wasn't too bad, although we did have some other players there. I guess we did the previous times, too.
Woo! Yeah! I'd almost forgotten what it was like to fight in the cold. It's invigorating.
Well done, Bram. That was impressive.
Thanks. That was the first time I've ever seen you fight. I guess the legends are true.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I get it, you're awkward. Moving on.
So, who else is starving?
I could eat a whole Dolyak, and it's harness.
Let's head back to Holbreck, and we can celebrate with a feast. What do you say?
Thank you, but I have to say no to the feast. I need to meet a friend near the Black Citadel.
Thank you for destroying the totem.
We're always happy to send the Svanir home crying.
That's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
I have to go now. May you always walk with Wolf at your side.
I don't know, Giga.
You too.
Hey, Bram. You've known Era a long time, right? Is she always like that? You mean strong and confident? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I've heard the stories, but I never connected the heir and the legends to the heir who's my mother till today. She's an Avalanche. Yeah, she had to move mountains. I'm beginning to understand why she left. Yeah, can't move mountains with a child on your back. You were a burden, Bram. He said it, not me, Giga. He said it. Why am I... Fine, die then. I was gonna let you live. Now you're gonna meet your dragon a little earlier than you thought. Ahem. We'll break for lunch after this quest. It's a little early, but I could really use that now. It's been a long 5 weeks and 2 days. That's interesting. Oh, I have to figure out what to eat too. I'll think about that later. All right, Rox, what you got? Yeah, unfortunately, the hard quest is I'm almost positive after this. I forgot about these two, Giga. I suppose we could just push through it.
You're actually showing your face. That shows courage, considering what you're here for.
Tribune?
You want me to talk the Imperator into attending your summit, and yet you disobeyed my order to end Scarlet.
I had to make a battlefield decision, Tribune.
If it hadn't been for our friend here, Scarlet would still be out there murdering people and ruining Tyria one city at a time.
Yes, Tribune.
At ease, soldier. Excuse me while I discuss this with someone I know I can rely on.
I know that look. You don't have to defend Rox, you know. Well, you sure haven't lost any of your drill sergeant charm. I know. I'm rough on her, but Somebody has to be. She's too soft inside. She'd have been dead long ago if I hadn't toughened her up. Are you going to punish her for not killing Scarlet? Nah, I understand why she did it. Besides, she's a free agent now. She doesn't need to see eye to eye anymore. Of course, that doesn't mean I'm not going to give her grief when she needs it. What does that mean exactly? Ask her. All I can say is I'm not responsible for her anymore. Anything she screws up doesn't reflect on me. She's on her own. Got it. So she told you why you're here? Not much. In the mail, she mentioned something about how you want Imperator Smoder to attend a strategic gathering. Yeah, we need you to talk him into it.
Tribune, we also have information that will interest you and Imperator Smoder. It's about the Elder Dragons.
I know. Words reached me that Mordremoth is active.
That's an understatement. It's been destroying entire forts. We're not sure how far it can reach. The Black Citadel
has enough to worry about with branded and Ascalonian ghosts.
Now that's not enough. It takes everything else we've got to keep the Flame Legion off our ramps. You know, before you know it, you're going to be adding Mordremoth to the list. Tribune, the branded are contained to one region. Mordremoth is quickly spreading. It's already reached as far as Timberline Falls and Keswick's Hills. Mordremoth's already reached Charlands. I fought its minions in the Iron Marches. Well, that changes things. How bad is the situation? Bad enough that no one can afford to ignore it any longer. That's right. What happens to us if everyone else's armies are destroyed because we kept to ourselves? We have to stand together. And we have to take on the greatest threat first. That's Mordremoth. You don't have to tell me how dangerous Elder Dragons are, but convincing me and convincing Imperator Smoder are two different things entirely. Is there anything we can do to convince him?
As a matter of fact, that's why I asked you to come in person. I carry Sohathan, my blade. It's said to have the power to reverse the foe fire.
Is that true, or just a myth?
I plan to test it. After years of research, I finally found the proper combination of elements to unlock the sword's powers.
You could rid us of all the ghosts?
That's the idea. We do that and Smoder will have less to worry about. Then we can convince him to attend the summit.
Wow, did you notice how this comes out of absolutely nowhere and hasn't even been hinted at before? I even brought this up while we were doing the vanilla story. So, I researched the history. The Six gave the humans magic. At the same time, they gave one of them a magical crown and 2 magical swords. The crown was designed to break into 4 parts. When the fragments were separated, they're hard to see. This was the safeguard to keep the powerful item from falling into the wrong hands. When Adalbert enacted the ritual with Magdair, he became a ghost, but the crown was preserved and found by Char, who entered the area later. They toyed with it, and the fragments were lost. I found 1 fragment. I'm asking you to find the others. The fragments work like magnets. Once you have one, you pull to the others. Alright. If I succeed at breaking the foe fire curse, I put on a robe and call myself Shaman Brimstone. There's a lot at stake here, friend. Point taken. I'll get the fragment. I remember, I think it's in Europa Universalis 4, that corruption literally just means your income goes down. Like it's an additional detriment to your finances. But I like the idea more of it just being a... I don't know, I guess it depends on the type of the game, doesn't it?
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come here. I want to talk to you.
Goodbye. Yeah. See, maybe... No, yeah, I get you, Dakota. I was using that as a starting point. I love how even the ghosts get electrified. I'm trying to think of how to do my idea without it being stupidly complicated. The basics of the idea I have is maybe make it so that as you attempt to accomplish something, if you have magical corruption involved, it doesn't have the intended effect. You cast Fireball, and it creates a giant plot of grass on a tile, right? The idea here being that if the player's aware of the corruption, they could work with it, right? Like, they could use that to their own advantage, and it can become another tool. But the more you use corrupted energies, the more they spread, so that's your detriment, right? Something like that. I don't know, that might be too much.
One down, one to go. Follow me.
Crankmane is a hell of a name. Sorry, I said that wrong at first, because Giga actually said crank name, which is a different type of name entirely. What's your name? Crank name. Wait, what's your name? Crank name. You're kidding, right?
Like shooting fish in a bar.
Sorry.
The hip bone's connected to the ankle bone.
Felt something on my, I'm falling asleep, Giga. I felt something on my leg. And the temporary house I'm in has a bit of a bug problem. Beetles, specifically. I hate beetles.
Almost there. I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah, there's a couple of trees that are over the house, so they drop down onto the roof. Stink bugs. We do have stink bugs in this region, but I haven't seen any stink bugs down here.
Machine started, check. Ghost control, check.
I was just trying to think of how long that section is, Giga. Because I remember the fight. I remember being stuck at that fight for a hot minute. Like, we'll probably be fine, but oof. Yeah. I think so, Giga. Even though the quest said do the event. That's why we're doing that. Could just have, like, a modifier, Dakota. Literally a negative modifier. There's fire, and then there's bow fire, or whatever. Use whatever word you want to. Yeah, see, it says after he finishes his research. Yeah, I was thinking how to slide that into an RPG without just doing a Chrono Cross, because I never really liked the Chrono Cross method. So let's see if we could just do this without doing the event. Well, okay. Maybe we could make it so...
She gone?
Gone? My cubs are still gone. I want them back.
Bria, release the children. Do not condemn them for your own purposes.
It even says...
Are mine now. Claim them, and I will consume your old dusty souls as well.
So what I was thinking is maybe keep track of corruption on two completely separate axes in an RPG, right? One is for regional, right? Terrain, for lack of a simpler way to put that. And one is for individual. And both can affect the other, too, obviously.
Kill that shadow creature, or it will torment the child forever.
Help me! Help me! That was incredible!
Plague. Oof. There's a thought. Plague being a literal magical corruption.
Ghost and a necromancer? I didn't know that was possible.
Bria was no ordinary necromancer. Even Adelbern's curse couldn't bind her for long.
The foe fire? If she was a ghost of Ascalon, doesn't that mean she will reappear?
Yes. And in time, she will regain all of her strength and abilities, even as a ghost.
Great. Let's get out of here before that happens.
Indeed.
Look at his axe.
Play in these woods any longer.
Look at his axe. Oh, it's done. Alright. Anyways. Rifle, axe. What's the difference? Both involve hitting something. Both have a bladed edge. So, who's ready for a bit of a sea change for the char?
Made it. Not that I doubted you for a minute. Have you met Imperator Smolder?
I know you by reputation. I've also received your request. If this mission eliminates even a portion of the enemy, I will attend your summit. What's the plan, Brimstone?
So, found the crown. So a couple hundred years ago, Sahothan was wielded by Rurik, son of King Adelbern. He was killed by a stone summit dwarf. It's an interesting simplification. It came into my care several years ago. How'd you get it? Irrelevant. Point is, its partner Magdir is the sword Adelbern used to curse the Ascalonians. I've long since suspected Sahothan is the blade that can break the curse. I've had my snout buried in old scrolls in the books of the Priory. One of the scholars there has been helping me tack together the history. I finally found reference to the ritual. So this has an Orion stamp, which makes it so old it's got to be legitimate. In any case, I have to try. If it works, we'll be free. Once inside, we need to channel ghost essence into the sword. That means slashing lots of ghosts. We may be here on a fool's errand, but it's worth a try. Ritlek has done the impossible before. These ghosts have plagued my people for too long. I spend every day looking for ways to end it. Do you? True. It must be infuriating for humans, even those who aren't descended from Ascalonians. I imagine it feels like being perpetually stuck in a war. Yeah, all the more reason this needs to work. Your help is not unnoticed. Looks like we got everything we need. The crown you put together is historic. Practically crackles with the weight of Ascalon's ancestors. If this goes well, we'll go down in history. No!
That should be everything we need to cleanse the foe fire.
How do you know this will work?
It'll work because I said so.
You're on point, Brimstone.
Yes, sir.
Why are you killing poor Smoder? I love char helmets. They look so dumb.
We don't know what's down there. Be ready for anything.
Frostbite and I are ready to stomp some ghosts.
As usual, you can always tell the main characters because they don't have helmets on. Yeah, pretty much, Spartan. They exist. There's a few.
That was easy.
Remember that? That's the statue we beat in the Char tutorial.
It's a place of power.
I guess there's no turning back once we step through that arch, huh?
You prefer to go back to the Farrar, Cub?
No, sir.
I hope this works.
For luck.
You used to do that when you were a cub. Come on, let's get this over with.
Something's happening. Those ghosts don't seem to like your sword very much.
They're gonna like it even less in a few minutes. Damn! They're possessing what's left of Baradin's statue.
Again.
Someone once told me nothing worth fighting for is ever easy.
Ha! You do listen.
Only when I feel like it.
We need to kill Gold to charge the Hothen.
Idea.
So Hothen is charged with the Ghost's power. Let's see how effective this is. We need to kill Ghost to charge so Hothen.
Again? God. We're gonna run out of ghosts here. If we're not careful. Could you walk slightly faster, dude? Jesus Christ. We're both just crawling towards each other here.
So Hothen is charged. Let's take that shield down.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ascalon, I free you from this curse.
Good reflexes.
I have to go after it. Without it, we'll never end this war. Go!
I need to go after him.
The portal is closed. You can't.
But,
Stand down, soldier. You'll be fine. If anything, I'd be worried for the poor souls that get in his way. This is his mission, not yours.
So in case you missed that, Rytlock just jumped into the afterlife to shut down the Ascalonian curse. So, he did. Oh, hey, I think we got an achievement. What do we get for achievements here? Prevent the Ascalonian mentors from casting buffs. Huh. Neat. So, he may not have ended the curse, but he had an effect, and you played a pivotal role. I'll come to your summit for that reason alone. Even after the cleansing failed? Cleansing's not over. Brimstone's dedication to his duty will bring him back. He's sticking to his honor's commitment by attending the summit. Thank you. You won't regret it. I'm not sure about that, but I keep my word. Looked to me like that was a portal to the mists. Yep. He's going after Sahathan. He's in the afterlife. He's never going to come back from it. His presence important. Flunt hasn't backed out. Casimir's coming. What if no one comes? Then we're all dead. And that is the end of that chapter. I'd like to give a plus for Rytlock diving into the afterlife like that, but honestly, the whole scene is just kind of weird and badly presented, as a lot of earlier cutscenes are. I think I'm going to call it a wash instead of a positive. I think I'm also going to go lay down. Oh, hopefully I'll be a little bit more awake. A little bit more active. Because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fight a boss. Like an actual boss. See you in a bit, guys.